Hey there you, welcome to my gaming corner. My name is Panda Girl and I invite you to sit, relax and stay a while and give me the chance to make you smile. What's up, Caleb? Hey King Cyrus, how you doing? Welcome. How are you guys doing today? I woke up feeling really sick this morning. My chest is like not doing so well. My voice is not doing so well. I'm not feeling very good today. But luckily, we're not playing games or anything. We're just gonna jump in and talk about some Elden Ring bosses. I'm very excited about that. So we're going to talk, if you haven't played Elden Ring yet, if you know nothing about Elden Ring, then I'm really sorry. We're going to talk about all of the... You got to go on the Polar Express. You did say. How was it? Did you enjoy it? We're going to talk about all of the remembrance bosses from the base game as well as the DLC. So all of the bosses that give you a remembrance, we're going to talk about them today. And we're going to tier them in a tier list from F to S, S being the highest and F being the lowest. And we're gonna see what we all think. I'm here with Cryo Vision, whose link is in the description. You can go check out his channel if you want. And we're here with Toxic, who is just a friend of ours. He doesn't have a channel, but maybe one day he will have a channel. We'll see how it goes. Hey Alucard, how you doing? Welcome. Ho ho ho. Gosh, it's getting so close to Christmas, isn't it? It's so crazy. In your opinion, was okay? Your family thought it was awesome though? It was only okay, but your family really liked it? Oh, why was it only okay? What happened? Did it not live up to like the hype for you? Or what happened? I'm so sorry. Sorry, I look like I got dragged out of bed. I've been awake for like 2 hours. I'm not feeling well today, but it's okay. It's all good. Okay. So we are going to be watching Cryo's stream so that we can see the tier list and everything. We're just waiting for him to start his stream still. So once he starts his stream, we can jump in and we can watch his stream, because we thought it would be easier for us to do it that way so that we can see the tier list, because he has the tier list and everything. So without him, the stream would not be possible. Well, without him, the stream really wouldn't be possible because he knows so much about Elden Ring. Your family got stuff for your girlfriend and hate my family for personal reasons, but I love how much they love her. Aw, that's sweet. Aw, that makes me really happy. It's great when your family accepts like the person that you really care about. When they don't accept them, it's really difficult. There was only 4 actors for an hour long ride, and it costed $50 per person. They didn't do 2 of some of your favorite scenes in the movie? Oh my gosh, okay. That's really expensive. For an hour-long train ride, that's really expensive. Like, really, really expensive. Didn't do 2 of your favorite scenes. I can't remember if I've actually watched The Polar Express. Maybe that's a movie that I'll watch this Christmas. Hopefully I can get to it and I can watch The Polar Express. Because I think The Polar Express is quite a fan favorite. So I'm sorry, Caleb. You got the cheapest option for $50. That's the cheapest. Okay, let me quickly just mute that. There we go. Okay, so Cryo started his stream now, so we're gonna wait for him to get everything up and running, and then we'll start the tier list and stuff. But what other plans do you have for Christmas and for the holiday season and stuff? Caleb and King Cyrus, you got some good news to tell you. Todd Howard, to make the movie on Netflix, the Elder Scrolls movie, was working on. Oh wow, that was a very confusing sentence. That was a very, very confusing sentence. If that is the case, then I'm very excited for the movie, but you can't trust anything you hear on the internet, right? And I'm not gonna be the one spreading anything false. So, but thank you for letting us know anyway, King Cyrus. I appreciate it. Your birthday is very soon. Your birthday is very soon. Didn't we miss someone's birthday? I started a tab in my book for birthdays. Everyone's birthdays. That's not it. This is it. When was your birthday again? Did I not write it down? Fusion's birthday was the 14th of December. I didn't write your birthday down, Caleb. I'm such a terrible person. When did you say your birthday was again? Let me write it down now that I have everything and stuff. You'll be celebrating that and Christmas with your family tomorrow. Nice, that's exciting. The 27th. Okay, I'll write down 27 December, right? Oh. I'm so out of it. I'm like changing the entire format of everything. It's horrible, but it's okay. Okay, I wrote it down. It's here now. I'm trying my best to remember everyone's like birthdays and everything, but it's a little bit hard sometimes. Trying to keep everything in mind. Okay, so we have Cryo is busy working on his stuff. What are you gonna do to celebrate your birthday? Do you get one gift for your birthday and for Christmas? Does everyone always just give you one gift? There's a lot of people whose birthdays are like close to Christmas. They always complain that they only get one gift. Do you only get one gift? I'm sorry if you do. Because it sucks. You kind of need that one day to be about you, right? And then it's about Christmas and stuff. But I know other people don't really feel that way. I think I try to put so much energy into other people most of the year that like my birthday is really important to me, because I'm like, it's one day I get to just put all of my energy into me without feeling bad, you know? Some try to make it too. Sort of sucks sometimes. Yeah, I can imagine it sort of sucks sometimes. I'm so sorry to hear as well. Seems like we're gonna start soon, hopefully. Okay, we're starting soon. Okay. So let's do this, and then I don't know, do you want me to keep the music going, or do you want me to switch off the music whilst we're chatting and stuff? Let me know.
Yo.
Hello.
It is not working. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I have it on though. I don't know why. Dude, OBS has been really mean to me this morning.
OBS has just been mean in general. Hey, Corey.
What gives?
How you doing, Corey? Welcome. How are you today? Are you ready to give your unadulterated opinions on bosses? Okay. Corey, thank you. You became a level 2 member again. Okay, I gotta change something very quickly then.
It should work.
Give me a second. It's not the end of the stream. Just give me a second.
Speak for me?
Okay, just
7.
Yo, okay, you're a little loud. It's good. It's good.
Alright, sorry.
Okay, can I ask for people in chat as well, just to let me know if I am significantly louder or softer?
Yay! Thank you, Corey. I appreciate it. I saw that you weren't a member, so I didn't want to keep it there, and make
Panda,
like other members feel terrible. Hiya! I'm here. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, we can.
Sorry, I'll stop.
I'm gonna bring it down to 100.
Not annoying.
No? Helpful. Oh
yes.
my. Okay. Because now that
thank you for understanding. I appreciate it.
He was 200%.
I really appreciate it for you understanding at least. But thank you for becoming a member again.
No,
there are some videos up already. There's 2 videos that I've posted. I don't know if anyone has seen it yet.
Level, so
but
I'm ready to
I've
start.
posted 2
I
videos.
got it up. I don't know if you guys want to bring up the stream if you have already.
Yeah, have already.
Nice. Don't forget to leave a
you
like,
go.
please. You know, it means
I
a lot.
have already
Thank
before the
Like-
stream started.
Same, cool. Thank you.
Oh no, where do I put my camera? Or do I not have a camera today?
You can
Oh,
put
it can be on the side. Okay,
You
there
put
we
it in
go.
the top right corner, yeah.
Yeah. I think this is fine.
Or the bottom left, either one should be fine. I don't know how
Yeah.
big your camera is.
Large.
Maybe a little louder. Okay.
Because that's gonna
All of
help.
a sudden, they don't want you any louder.
Are you gonna see them
Okay.
tomorrow?
Oh, we're just,
Gotta see them tomorrow? Yeah.
Can you guys hear the music as well?
I did some like
Oh, it's gonna be very soft.
special things for
I
the
have you muted.
members.
That's
Like
fair.
an
I'm mainly talking to
advent
people in
calendar
chat,
kind
sorry.
of
I keep it real
situation. So
fast.
I hope that
I
you
was
can see
unaware.
it.
It's fine. I need to distinguish.
What?
Okay, everything sounds great. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's go.
Okay, first, before we start, we have to preface what are the requirements? What are we going to be talking about in order to judge on where they should be placed? Because some of us are going to be very biased, obviously. I think a lot of us have some favorites.
Yeah.
But we got to have some basic rules and requirements on like what made them good and why they're good, or opposite, why they're bad. So what do you
Okay.
guys think we should use?
I want to give points for like
I'm gonna write this
stylization
down.
Yeah.
in regards to the fact that like, you know, regardless of how easy or how difficult a boss fight may have been, like it doesn't necessarily take away from like how awesome it was in regards to like the look and feel
Look and
of
feel.
playing it. And so,
So look and
Like,
feel.
yeah, like stylization.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, I
gonna
think
call
that's
that theatrics.
Yeah, I think that's good. I also want to talk about law accuracy. Like
Okay.
if they were supposed to be mad powerful and they were mad powerful, that's points for me. And opposite, if they were supposed to be mad powerful and they did not feel like that takes away.
Alucard is
that's
already
fair.
giving his.
Yep, Alucard is already.
Also, hi Alucard. So he said hi
Yeah,
earlier.
Alucard. Yeah. Oh, Tyrant's got some really good points too as well. Movesets.
Yeah, I was also gonna say something about like their move
Yeah.
sets and time, like the time that you have to like actually hit them.
Like openings and stuff.
Like, yeah, their openings. Thank you for
So
filling that in.
general, like just like the battle itself.
Yeah.
Like,
So I think openings can be a separate thing, and then another thing can be like their move sets, like how ridiculous they are or not.
yeah, or good or
Yeah.
spammy or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I'm good with that. I
went-
should also write this down because
Can we write down for
already forgotten the first
voice?
two. Voice.
Voice.
Oh, I feel like that's a little bit biased, but yes, we can.
Yeah, I already know. I already know.
Yes, you both already know.
Yep, I'm pretty sure I know too. Is it a snaky boy?
Music.
Indeed.
Music is a good one. Music is a
Oh
good one.
yes, music.
What about environment?
Oh, the arena. Yes,
Mm-mm.
yes.
That's for you
Arena,
becoming a
and
member. There's
then-
like a thing that comes afterwards.
Mm.
Sorry, that gave me such a fright. Sorry. Arena, we
I think
said.
that's kind of arena. I think that's fine. What do we got? 5 already?
So many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh my word. Okay. Well, what are the other ones? I forgot most
I
of
have-
them. Then.
I have style of the fight, lore
Yeah.
accuracy,
Okay.
openings,
Yes.
move set, voice, music,
Okay.
and arena.
Good. What was the openings one?
Is like how often you can like actually hit them. Like if there's actually a chance
Yes,
for
yes,
you
yes,
to
okay.
hit them.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I think we know what I'm talking about. Probably.
Yeah. Okay. No,
already.
that's fine. I thought you meant like cinematics and stuff, but now that you
No, no,
explained,
no.
yes.
No.
So
Okay. Jank and
I
how
don't-
polished or glitchy the fight is. I think that comes down to the moveset and fights as well. That's
So-
kind of like comes together.
I want
Rolana
to
C
I want to
tier.
talk about
Dude, yeah, Rolana
like,
was
how-
Renala or Rolana C tier.
like how memorable
Renala?
a fight is.
Wait.
Yeah, that one I feel
Wait.
like that's where the bias is going to come in. That
The
one,
one
if
with
you
the
feel like it's more,
swords
then I think you just
is
put it out there.
higher.
Yeah, but I
right?
don't know if I
Than the one
necessarily
with the
want to make that
magic.
like a
Do you like the
criteria,
one with the
you know?
magic?
Yeah,
Corey?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's just more where you can be like, okay, listen, I'm biased because it really meant a lot to me,
Yeah.
but and then list the other reasons.
Yeah, sure.
I think that's strong. I think we're good.
Hey Ethan, how you doing?
I haven't put up
Yeah, I'm
our
happy with that too.
our extra 6 people up here just in case this runs through to like freaking
You
3 o'clock in
like
the
it?
afternoon.
What?
But I don't
Okay.
know.
We have very
You guys wanna get
differing
started?
opinions about
Let's start
Renala. Well, we'll
with
get
one
there
of the
when we
first
get there,
bosses
but we
you
have very
fight,
differing opinions.
Is it Godric?
Sorry?
I still struggle these days.
That one is Godric. Yes.
Yeah. All right,
Okay.
Godric. What are your guys'
Um,
opinions? Because I have a few things to say.
I'd like to say that I don't personally think that he's the first boss.
True, but first remembrance boss. More likely to be, should I say?
Isn't Foul a remembrance as well?
No. Well, he is, but not that version
no,
of him.
he's not.
Yeah.
Only much
Yeah.
later, yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
for me,
This
that
is
like-
somewhat
Sword Sister
canonical
worse
as well
than the
in its
magical
order.
one?
That's
But
why
she's so
him
cool
being at the
though.
top here is
I really
kind of
like Rolana. I think she's so
who
cool.
we would fight
You're in
first, and then
Orchestra.
it goes down the line of,
Congratulations.
like, who
That's
would
awesome.
more or
So I
less
started
be
a
next.
poll.
Aside from Malekith, like he's just randomly there.
Godric Gryffindor?
Malekith,
No,
okay,
sorry.
these two are not. Never mind. Only these first 3 are like very in order.
I started a poll on my side as well for everyone else to vote if they like them or not as well. But yeah, I don't like Godric.
Yeah. Let's talk lore wise. I think he meets
He's
expectation in crazy.
Yes, he's
Mm,
gross though. He's
Yeah.
disgusting. He experiments on people and that
Yeah.
kind of stuff has happened in the world before and we didn't like it. So
Exactly. No,
Yeah.
he.
I'm willing to weigh in. I'm in a general agreement with you guys, but I feel like because he's been grafting so much and stuff, I feel like he's a little bit
Rennie,
lacking
that's
in regards
awesome.
to
Well
like
done,
movesets
Ethan.
and abilities.
Yes, I would say that too. His moveset, when you meet him, it feels overwhelming, but literally like 2 or 3 fights in, you realize there's really only 3 combos that you can very easily move around.
Hmm.
But do you think that's okay and that's good because it's kind of like one of the first harder bosses you take on, so it's not too overwhelming?
So this is why I brought it up. I personally think that Omen is a lot harder, and I think that
Oh, you do? Okay.
the Omen has got like he's got better
Slap of the
movesets,
bass. Have you
and
ever
he's
watched
got
that
more in my
movie?
opinion.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't
It's
have
like
a second
slap of the
phase,
bass.
but
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Margaret.
Well, He does. He does. His second phase is where he starts using the light magic.
And the hammer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
can
mean, that
see
is the light magic.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, yeah, I think for me,
Oh,
that fight is a lot more intense and a lot more memorable,
it
especially
is.
because of the area being so small.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
That's
feel
what
like
Alaka said, yeah.
having that Godric, especially at the end of the castle, and you having to go through so much effort to get to him.
Yeah. It was kind of. It
It's a
wasn't.
bit
It
of a
wasn't. Yeah. Exactly that. I think so too. It wasn't. It didn't peak. You know. Honestly, the peak was that of that entire area is that one place where it's just like a whole bunch
Hey,
of people
Arcane,
facing
so glad
the
that you're
door.
here. I'm
And
very
there's,
excited
like,
to hear what
archers,
you
and there's
say
like a freaking
too.
giant in the back with dogs. That area.
Yeah, the
I remember
sock
that
puppet
area
was
more
ridiculous.
than anything in that entire castle.
I hate that castle
kind
so
of stuff.
much. I hate it
Yes.
so much. It sucks
tough.
so much. It's
Yeah.
honestly, every time I get there, I'm like, yeah, I killed Margaret. Oh no, I killed Margaret.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, I need to
Yeah.
go in.
I hate
Yeah.
that castle
And
so much.
Alucard's got the point too. I don't like his arena. The little
His
like
environment is
graveyard things.
terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
rolling is annoying. If you don't know that you need to stick to him, like trying to keep away from him can be very difficult just because
Mhm.
if you roll, there's a chance you're not moving.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that takes away from the fight. That like I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I really
Music-wise,
I don't like him. I don't like his cutscene because it's disgusting. I don't like
Yeah.
that he can use a dragon because shame the poor dragon. I
Again,
am not a
Shame
huge
the
fan
poor
of his
dragon,
music.
she says, after literally removing the dragon race from Elden Ring.
Yeah, but I killed them with
Yeah.
honor. He used their head as a weapon. I don't like it.
I'm just
His-
teasing.
Exactly, his music is
Translation.
nothing to remember, right, Alucard?
Yeah, he did have music. He did, yeah.
His voice acting is phenomenal though. The voice acting
Yeah.
in that scene is crazy good. But
Mm,
other than that, I really don't like it.
yeah.
RK says his laugh always makes him laugh. See, he has a great voice, but everything else
Everything
about
else
him
is very
is just
much-
gross. I really
Yeah.
don't like it.
So there is one thing that we didn't discuss.
Yeah.
As far as the actual ranking system goes,
Yes.
I mean, like S is pretty like obvious, but
an F as well.
where, yeah, like where do we fall on things? Because
I
what is F? I don't necessarily agree that it's super
Gross,
duper obvious.
Corey.
okay. F is just
That's horrible.
majority bad.
Oh,
All of the things that
gosh.
we point out, if we just all agree that majority of our points are pretty much we didn't like it and it could have been a lot better, then it falls into the F. If it's a mix, that's where the ABCs come for us. You know, right now I'm thinking the way that we've been kind of, you know, hammering down on like majority of his things are bad, but we like his voice acting. I'd say C, right? Like he's got
Yeah.
one good redeeming quality. F would be like
Is-
there's no redeeming quality.
Yeah,
Is
I
one
think that's a
redeeming
good.
quality enough?
Yeah, I think one, considering that it, like even Alucard says the voice acting is S.
Yeah, Corey also says that he
Yeah.
recycled the dragon, so he's eco-friendly.
All right, cool. That's,
I don't like
yeah, that's two. That's 2 points. I'm
I also
okay
am
with
not
that.
a huge fan of that, but he makes a point.
You know, caring for the environment does matter these days.
On my
But I
side,
think they'll
everyone
see-
says they like them, like him. So
Oh really? Okay.
yeah, in the what is it called? The poll, at least.
Okay. Nice.
So C is okay for me.
I'm good with C.
Yeah,
What do
I'm
you-
alright with that.
Okay, yeah, I think that's a general consensus as well. I think a lot of people would kind of put him BC.
All about
Somewhere there.
innovation, sure. Yeah.
Okay, next onto my word. I want to say Rolana.
No.
Ronaldo. There we go.
Yes.
Dude, this is gonna happen a lot. I'm so sorry.
It's okay,
I-
you're fine.
They've
You're
done this
fine.
on purpose, and it
It's the
works.
rubber's and the
So many.
gugs and the
Yes.
mummas. Yeah.
It's too many. Okay. Anybody have an opening statement? Aside from her map is probably, or her arena is the best one in game. I love hers so much.
I don't know, hey, especially with the
Right.
DLC. I think
Oh?
that there's some nicer arenas, but
Oh,
I think realistically, I'll give them points for the first area where you have
Yeah.
to literally
Yeah,
kill
yeah, same.
cripples.
yeah.
I think it's always fun if you get to kill cripples in a game.
Oh jeez. Okay.
I'm just joking, but I think it was a unique mechanic. I think I enjoyed the fact that it wasn't just a go in. And
Yeah, it was a
stuff.
bit
Smash.
puzzly.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm all about that. I'm all about
Same.
bringing something a little bit different, a little bit unique to a fight.
Yeah, and one of the things, a lot of people who came to watch as well, they were excited to see how long it would take for me to figure out how it would be, like what the puzzle piece was. And I can say I felt exactly the same way watching Panda play or watching you play.
Mm.
It was very much like, I don't know, it just added to that enjoyment of the fight.
I
I
think
will admit though, anything after the first attempt kind of sucks. When you know how easy it is, and then it's basically just an out DPS her while she's down.
yeah.
It hurts the fight now for me, but in the beginning, I really enjoyed it.
Mm.
Alucard is just straight up like
F, you
Renala
can't
belongs in F.
stand her. Yeah.
Yeah, her lore, I would say it's like kind of
Aw.
medium. She meets she meets her lore, but at the same time, it's just like I don't like how she's
She-
handling her
she-
situation.
Yeah, RK makes a very good point. She basically sent her kids to do her dirty work. And she
yeah.
also she made the students fight for her when they paid tuition fees to be there at the academy.
They really play.
Yeah, but isn't that
I don't
like already proving that it's a good fight? Because now you just want to fight her all the more.
We're not supposed
It's
to hate
true.
her though. We're supposed to kind of like sympathize for her.
Yeah, I felt really bad
Yeah.
for her the whole time because I
Everyone
learned
did, yeah.
about her, and I learned about like Radagon just leaving her for another woman after he had
Yeah.
3 kids with her, and all the kids just went their own directions, and then Rani being so like attached to her mom and everything. Like it was really sad. Like the whole story was just really, really
is her-
sad.
yeah,
And
her
then
story
seeing
is
her
sad.
and she doesn't even have like the strength to fight you. She's so like all encompassed with that egg. She doesn't even care about you being
Yeah.
there or nothing.
So
It made me so sad for her, but at the same time, like, you need to like try and pick yourself back up, right, woman?
Yeah.
Please. So
exactly. I just
Yeah.
want to make sure and that I understood the second fight. The second fight is actually Ronnie fighting as her mom, right?
Hey legit, how
Not
you
actually
doing?
Renala.
Yeah,
Correct.
she summoned a being that looked like her mom, I think.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think she put you in a realm basically was her version of her mom's.
Always legit,
to
always.
fight you. Now let's
How
talk
you
about
doing?
that fight. I love magic, right? But oh my
Mm.
word, the summons were just too much. The summons were just so annoying. I hated every time because you would finally get rid of one and then she's all of a sudden like already prepped with the next 2 coming at your throat. I did not like it.
See,
It was
I completely ignored the summons and just ran straight for her.
look at you. Those who they did not completely ignore me. It
Yeah,
was
but
always the dogs.
I
So when
just I summoned
no.
something else, so they always went for whatever I summoned, and then I would
Yeah.
just run to her.
You're
So,
lucky.
And
It did
Yeah.
not always go for that.
Can I just say
Yes.
that the dragon is easier to deal with than the dogs?
Yes.
the dragon was a
Yes,
surprise.
bad.
I was very pleasantly surprised by the dragon.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool, but it didn't do as much as what the dogs do.
Mm.
And also, the bloodhound knight, that guy smacks me around. Dude.
Yeah.
When he shows up, because he's just like a little bit of a crazy movement beast.
I'm gonna mention your points in a bit, Corey. Sorry.
But yeah, the summoning overall for me, it made it like a different fight. It wasn't very much a magic fight. It was spamming summons.
Yeah.
Basically, now I know how every other boss feels like when we enter the room. It's just us spamming.
So Corey says that he really liked her because he really loved the soundtrack, which he makes a very good point. The soundtrack for Renala's fight is very beautiful. It's very
Very,
like
very
ethereal and stuff. So I really like the soundtrack too. And he likes to have a fair magician 1v1 with her. So
yeah, I think 2 strong points definitely are the music and then the arena for me. I love
yeah, the arena
lot
is
of it.
really nice. Yeah.
going from the library to like the moon realm. Very very nice. But other than that, I mean, her movesets as well, not the most. It's a little showy. So theatrics I think is pretty good.
Okay,
But-
so lore
I gotta-
accurate. Her moves suck. Her music is amazing. Her arena is amazing. I think this sounds like B tier to me.
Yeah.
Her one shot as soon as you get into the room move. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I
you
don't know. Aurelio always took that from me.
And you get to like really experience the excitement of doing that puzzle again.
It is a
Yeah,
little annoying. You
that,
have to run
not
to
knowing
catch
about
her,
it,
but other than that, it's
it
not
would
too
ma- it would
bad.
add
It's actually a lot easier because she constantly staggers when
Otherwise,
you
I'd
when you
say
hit her, so
I
it's quite
think that
easy to kill
she's
her.
high B, low A
Keep away,
tier,
chase down.
simply
yeah,
because I think
yeah,
that
that's a little annoying.
the 2 entirely different arenas, the music, it's your first real chance to see some of the more like super flashy magic.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like she's pretty on point as far as like lore goes.
I
and
feel
stuff
like the
too.
stamina management
Yeah.
was good
So are
though,
we
because
going
then you
B? I think
learn
B's
to
kinda
manage
too-
your stamina a lot
Alucard's
better.
gonna be
I think
upset,
it's
but
really
it's
good.
okay.
Oh,
What's the general thoughts?
B? Yeah,
Shame.
I'm okay
Sorry, I
with
got
B.
someone in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna put it in B. I just wanted to make a response as well.
Sorry. Yeah.
Someone's here and they're saying Alucard said he spent about 3 hours getting smacked around by technically non-existent creatures. You can't help but hate her. Now we know why he took for 3 hours, because someone's like, how can you lose for 3 hours against Renala? Well, that's why Alucard hates her, because
Stamina
he
management.
was supposed to. New to Elden Ring as well, yeah.
Yeah, because RK makes the point of like, if you're someone who has to hit her face, the stamina management is
Yes, because she moves away.
mandatory.
Literally, you got like 2 hits and then she leaves. So if you're even like 5 or 6 levels below what you're supposed to be,
Yeah.
you're not going to be putting out enough. Hey Grim, we've literally just done 2 with Renala and Kodrick. Okay, next. I'm curious to hear what you say.
No, I don't think we're
about Radon.
including
Regular
run back. Sorry. That's actually a very
Favorite
wait. Before we continue,
Okay. on.
we do have a question. Are we including run back, as in like how from getting from the
Ooh.
Grace to their place where
Oh
we
my
need to fight
word.
them?
And like you
Because hers is
for
one of the
freaking-
longest in the game. If you don't take care of the
But
ball.
it's easy. Even
you don't
with
care
the
of the
ball,
ball.
it's kind of easy.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know who loses. Where's Placidus Axe?
No feet,
Where
I
is
don't
he?
think.
Where he?
I
We know he
think
loses.
yeah, Placidus Sax has the worst, because if you drop just like a smidgen wrong, you die. So
Easy.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it should weigh too much, but
Yeah.
definitely something worth noting.
Sure.
Because it can add or take away. I don't actually, other way around. I don't think it adds. If it's really close to the fight, I don't think it makes the fight any better. But definitely, if it's far away from the fight, it definitely makes the fight feel worse.
Yeah.
It only brings a negative, so just bring it up when it is a negative, I think.
Sure.
Radon,
Nice.
people are already
Nice. Well,
saying that
Radon.
he's S.
S.
Yeah, some people are already saying S. I want to say my favorite part of his fight is just the feel of it. The like coming into a desert and you have like a whole freaking entourage of people. It's one of the only fights where you could do that in the game, in many games, and I really enjoyed that. That's like my favorite part of that fight.
Yeah, you make a good point. I think I have a bias with this. I think we all know that I have a bias with this because Radon has buried a little hole in my head and I cannot get him out, and I really struggle with his fights. Every single time I walk into that arena, I can't do it. I panic and I give up. It's like PTSD from his fights. I can't do it.
Yeah.
So I struggle with him.
For the early on, right, he's one of the hardest bosses. Like, for the first 50% of the game, I think he probably is the hardest boss that you can try and take on.
I think that is accentuated by the fact that he's mostly like, he's not optional, right? Like, you have to fight him.
He is optional. If you want to do DLC, he's not optional, but you can finish the game without killing him. You only need to kill 2 people, which is to get to.
No, first Radon.
Yeah, first Radon. Sorry, you only need to kill, I think, 2 of the remembrance bosses to get into the city, and then after that, you don't need to worry too much. You can finish the game without fighting him.
Yeah, I think you only need to kill. Do you need to kill Morgan?
You only need.
Margaret, the second one.
Yeah. The main thing is you need to kill 2 remembrance bosses to get into the city. That's the only real gatekeeping there is. So you can choose.
No, they don't
which
treat
of
me
the 3
well.
you wanna
Odd,
kill.
they don't treat me well. How you doing?
See,
Welcome.
I was under the impression that maybe perhaps you played quite a better role for not.
No. It's also he's very important for Rani's quest.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. No, I agree with everyone. I think he's a really cool boss. I think the fight is really cool. The fact that you can summon so many people and fight with them. Alexander, my boy.
Yeah.
It's really cool. His arena is really cool when you walk in and it's so huge. Obviously he shoots horrible arrows at you and that sucks. But other than that, like, his arena, everything is really cool. His music is cool. His voice is non-existent. I think
Yeah,
in the
it is-
cutscene.
there's
The
no real voice
cutscene is
stuff.
cool though.
Lore-wise, amazing. I think he meets it. He's definitely scary. He pulls his name, you know.
Hmm.
Pulls his weight.
Mm.
I definitely think he meets that
He pulls his
expectation.
weight, or does Larry pull his weight?
He's got no weight. What do you mean?
Never.
His
Rykard
moveset
is
is
technically
regular.
optional. Yeah, Rykard is completely optional.
Yeah,
I
he
nearly
is.
did fight him my first playthrough.
Yeah, he is optional as well.
Yeah.
Yes, his
Um,
horse is comedic relief for sure. Whilst you're fighting him and you're scared because he's like circling you and stuff, you like look at the
yeah.
horse and you're like, hey, he's not even on the horse anymore.
Yeah. So let's try and find some negatives, right? Because right now it sounds like he's
long run.
definitely pushing. Say
Long
again?
run run.
Yeah, not
Full
that
stop.
much.
He
Just full
has-
stop, like
Oh.
getting to him.
Getting to him, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
In his actual arena, not even running up to the boss room, just in the arena.
But you
Yeah.
can use your horse.
That's true.
So it makes the run shorter.
Yeah, that definitely counts as it.
So I think one of the things is he's got 2 moves that just insta kill you,
Yes.
depending on your build.
Moveset
It's
is a
the
little.
it's the meteors, and obviously him becoming the sun.
Yes, I think the rest of his movements, because yes, there are the one-shot moves. He's kind of janky, right?
Are we treating him
Compared to
well?
most
Yes,
bosses,
technically
because
we are
he's
giving
so
him
big,
an
his
honorable
hitboxes
death.
are a
So
lot
yes,
more
we're technically treating him well.
unpredictable, and the range of his swords.
Spawning
Basically,
point peaks to
he's gonna
his
have
intelligence. Yes,
somewhat
that's
similar
true.
issues for when we get to the consort one. But
Most
I
annoying
think
boss to no hit.
his
I
reach
believe
was
you.
very
I believe
misleading.
you. I can't, Radon. I
to
can't.
the point
He
where
scares
there
me.
are points where you think you shouldn't get hit and you get hit, and then there's on the opposite side
You're
as well,
right,
there are
Odd,
points
you're
where you're like,
very
I
right.
should totally be getting hit right now, but you don't.
Yeah.
Like you can chill right underneath him and he's using like freaking downward slices and stuff, and you're just carrying on like it's a regular Sunday.
Yeah. He has a
doesn't-
funny hitbox sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I think it's because he's so big with such like crazy movement,
Mm.
but I think it hurts the play a little bit, but not that much. I still feel like the fight is fairly manageable. I actually would say
Yeah.
bringing in the other people as well make the fight a little bit more difficult if you actually want to be putting on the heat,
Yeah.
because then his moves are even more unpredictable.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. No,
But
I
if you're
think
gonna
it's a
check
cool
him
fight.
sideline,
I think it's a cool fight.
you're fine.
It's a good fight.
I think Radon is probably the first instance in the game where if you're not building in a general sense, like it's possible to lock yourself out of having a good fight based on the build that you play.
Yeah.
Don't use a
Yeah.
bow, kids.
Yeah, and so like
Straight up use magic. That
Yeah.
day it's amazing against him.
and that's the thing, like if your whole like playstyle is to be like super agile and use like small weapons that hit very, very quick,
Yeah.
that
Mm.
isn't necessarily bleed
That's fine.
related, it's a bit difficult because he moves a lot.
Mm.
He does. I'm
Mm.
okay. Like, would you guys agree to S or would you say to A? Because he's
Sorry,
definitely up
Odd.
there.
Yeah,
I
it's a
just
bit
don't know if
difficult when you
if
don't know
he's
anything about the game. You can
amazing
tell
enough
me
for
what
S
you
for
think
me,
about what they look
personally.
like, at
I
least.
think he can have
A.
I think he can have an S tier for the now, and
I
then
think A,
depending on-
because I think there's some other bosses that we're gonna put an S that does like 100% deserve S, and I don't know if he necessarily deserves S for me.
I
I'm
just
kind of-
I feel like he's done such a good job that he got an encore. You know?
Ugh. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Yes, Alucard,
I
I do
couldn't
feel
stop
like
it.
he's victorious for sure. Him or sorry, what's his name? The Wolfie boy?
Malekith.
Bane.
Malekith, yeah. Malekith I think is more Artorias than Radon. Because of the moveset.
Kurunk.
Yeah, Gurunk. So I also think A. I also think
Yeah.
there are going to be some others that are much more S
Okay.
S worthy.
It's
But
our tier list. I'm kidding.
Yes.
I'm kidding.
ATV. Lore wise. Oh, you mean lore wise? Maybe.
Yeah. No, lore wise, it was quite. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, comparing it to
I was gonna.
Artorias.
I was gonna just talk about his lore, as in
True.
like I think
Overall,
I got
it's
like
been-
really touchy feely when I figured out that, or like emotional that we were fighting him so that he could have like an honorable
Yeah,
death.
that's
That
true.
to me was
And
like,
it's-
wow, I better kill
Yeah.
him then because that's rough. That yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, it was. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And Millennia
Next
being Millennia and stuff.
Yeah.
Millennia's so cool though.
We've got the what is this even called?
Hey Coop, how you doing? Welcome. How are you?
don't
Let me give you an
remember.
advice
Spirit of
ad.
something.
If Horolu appears, you put him
Animal
in
spirit
S.
of
The
100. Corey already
He's the
knows.
moose.
Yes,
Spirit of the
Horolu
ancestor,
is
maybe?
the bomb
Yeah.
com. He's
Something
so
like that?
The ancestral spirits
cool.
or something like that.
He's
Yes,
so cool.
something
Something like
along those lines,
Tired
right?
but
I really
good.
wish they had
Oh,
little names.
sorry you're
printed on them. That would be
tired.
great.
Glad you're good
Um,
though.
So
Welcome
this
to the stream.
in the base game, I would say this is probably one of my favorite arenas.
Really, I don't like it. It's so empty.
It moves
so
a lot.
pretty.
Yeah, but
It's
arena,
so
like, it's just a
pretty.
cave.
Yeah,
It's
but
just-
it's a
Arena's good.
pretty cave, and
It
I'm
is
a
pretty.
cave.
Yeah,
player.
Oh,
it
the
is.
music too is so good.
The music is
And the
good.
magic is
Are
so
you-
pretty.
So okay, this is the thing. Are you thinking about the fight with the Astra? What's her name?
No,
Asteria or
but
something.
his cave is also
They're in the same arena, right?
Yeah.
But I think they have different music.
Yeah, they
And
do.
personally,
Yeah.
I don't remember the music for the moose.
Oh, it's like it's very ethereal. It's a little bit like there's like drums in the background, like very soft drums, and I think it's very like slow and I don't know, it's like magical. It's a really good song. It's a really, really good song.
Okay.
It's very pretty.
Okay, I'm gonna just hit it where it hurts for this putting. The fight sucks. Like for me, is
I agree.
basically you either hit the little legs or you have a big enough weapon to hit him in the body or the head.
Yeah.
And then he runs away, like he just
And then he goes
disappears.
and heals.
And then he goes to the opposite side of the freaking map that you need to run to. I hate it when people do that in fights. And
And then
then
he heals.
he heals, dude. No, and the thing is, he's not hard. He's not hard.
No.
Like he will. If he kills you, it's a fluke on his end, no matter your level. I'm sorry. Like he got you because you weren't looking.
Hearing
at him.
them complaining
You were
quite.
probably like, I don't know, in the pause
that's
menu. I don't
funny.
know, but
Yeah, get some water,
I don't
get
like
some
the
tea,
fights.
get some coffee.
It's,
I have tea and coffee.
it's
'cause I'm feeling
memorable
a bit
because
sick
I don't
today.
like it.
So
I didn't. It's like the one that
I thought it
I.
was cool.
the
I
fight
agree with
itself.
you. It's a tough fight because you literally only have his tiny little legs to hit. And if you don't hit them, then you missed your chance and he doesn't give a lot of openings.
Yeah.
But it's really cool that he like takes on the abilities of other animals. I thought that was really cool and it was very imaginative. And his music is really cool. And he looks really cool and the magic is really cool. Like all of that just looks very like mystical. But I agree with you. The fight is very annoying. I also find the fight extremely annoying. So
I have a question
yes,
in
I beat them
regards
all.
to lore.
You got your water at the
I
ready.
was also gonna
Great.
say I didn't learn enough about.
Just don't
him.
take a spit take onto
Like
like
going
your
through them
computer
so that
or
you get a
anything.
few little hints of like what he could be. I still don't know why there's like 2 other versions of him that you can fight.
Well, there's a mom and there's a dad.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
when
I
a
don't know
mommy
that.
and a daddy love each other very
And-
much.
And then
They go
you
to
can pick up
Nextala.
what you want
They
for
go to
items.
Nookstall.
Dude.
Sorry, what are you saying?
No. And then there's like an item that you can pick up that I think is essentially hinting at that item being the baby.
Hey,
Ew,
Herobrine, how you
no, don't
doing?
say like that.
It goes $50.
No, you're kind of right.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
horrible. No,
Yeah.
no, I don't like that.
I mean, if
'Cause
you think
you-
about Elden Ring thus far.
Yeah, that's true. But I never thought of it like that because you hold.
Yeah.
No, okay. Otherwise, the.
Well, I cried my
Oh,
attempt.
let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
It's a very
The light thing
beautiful fight.
before
yeah.
you're able
I
to do
think
him.
so. It's a really gorgeous
It's a little
fight.
frustrating.
The light thing? Oh,
You
I
have
mean
to
the
do the light
pillar.
thing to get him. It's a little frustrating, and I feel like it's a meh thing they could have done without it, and it wouldn't have really added or taken away.
But it's a puzzle.
I'm
I like puzzles.
But it's a thing. It's the second time we're doing that puzzle.
I'm on the wall. I think that
That's true.
the issue isn't that it's locked behind a puzzle. I think it's that they could have done more with the puzzle than play Where's Waldo
Right.
with a pillar.
Yeah.
Where's
Um,
Waldo?
And yeah, I feel like there probably could have been a better thing to do than make you run all over. Like, obviously, I think the notion is that the developers were quite proud of Nextella.
I think Elden Ring
Yeah. So they wanted to go
is...
around.
Yeah, and they wanted you
Help
to be
me,
to see
help
everything.
me
And
with
so in
this
that
legit
regard, it
and
probably
RK,
achieved
please.
its
I
ends,
think
but,
it's
Mm.
$60.
yeah, I agree with you. The fact that you have to do it twice
And then the
it
DLC is
a little bit lazy.
$40.
But
Am I right?
Also,
Something like that. I
if I
can't
were
remember.
to do a puzzle for a boss,
much
I
prefer
would
the
just
souped-up
be expecting
dragonkin.
a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The
The fight
dragonkin for
is-
me were kind of
yeah,
meh.
for
I'm
me,
sorry
the main
if that upsets you. but
Highlights
they were
and
kind
positives are going to be
They were okay.
the music.
They were cool looking.
and
but
it
they
is
were
kind of
okay.
pretty. But that's
yeah,
about
it is
it.
very
for me.
pretty.
I went to weigh in with the fight.
Bramble the Mountain
Yes.
I
King?
played so many things
Yes, I
that-
played that on my
'cause
channel. It's so
I've enjoyed the fight every
good.
time I've
I
had the fight with
loved
him.
it.
Okay.
And I think the whole situation is that you guys might be a bit impatient.
Yeah.
I think
But
that's
cross-map
realistic.
running-
Like, that's the point. Is you don't run. If you just stand still and wait, he comes back to you.
After he healed to full.
Yeah, but he can't
Alucard.
heal the whole time.
I think he can, dude. I think he's got unlimited heals.
No,
I'm quite sure, dude.
I've smashed him in the face
There
hard
you
enough that
go,
he's only
Hero
ever got
Brian.
one
There you
heal.
go.
in our fights.
36
Okay, yeah, but
bucks.
you see, like that
for,
that was
like,
part of my point earlier.
hours
Did you
and
have a
hours
kind
and
of big
hours
weapon to
of
deal with him?
frustration, but also fun.
So the first time I was doing my strength build, and I was doing
80.
a big weapon, and then the second time,
But then you get the DLC as
um,
well, right?
I met
got
him, I
it.
was doing
Thank you,
whoops.
legit. Appreciate you.
Whoops has a little bit more AoE than most weapons, though.
Yeah, but I mean trash damage.
That's true.
I'm not
Do you
sure
have the
what
bleed
we're talking about anymore.
Or just the regular one?
I don't think I had the bleed whips at that point yet.
Okay, that's interesting. I can't weigh in on the whip stand myself, but I can tell you.
Exactly. I think I played
any
for
projectile
80
type of thing was
hours,
kind of
and I
frustrating 'cause
definitely
of his
didn't
movement.
100% it.
And
yeah.
then anything shorter than a sword was trouble.
Hmm.
That was quite frustrating.
Mm.
I'm willing to put him low B tier, high C tier.
Yeah.
I'm so
I was
sorry,
thinking probably
Hero
B
Brian. Yeah, you
for
need to
myself,
try
'cause
and
he's
maybe
one of the
stop
more
with Wizard
medium
101,
for
I think.
myself.
It's really sad. Shame.
I just want to see
Deluxe
what's his name.
editions?
Ancestral.
Nice, that's awesome.
Ancestral.
How does the
how do you spell
PS4 version
ancestral?
hold up
Is it
to the
just
PC version? Is it the same?
Sorry,
Is it
yeah.
better?
There
Is
we
there
go.
any
Yeah.
difference?
Thank you. Ancestral spirit. Yeah, that's his name. We were right. Nice.
Yeah, look at that.
Sorry, I was talking quite a bit to chat. What are we talking about now?
So we want to know, what do you think about the fact that you can use the baby as a weapon?
Oh,
I'm not.
can
I'm
you
not,
though?
I'm not into it.
Isn't the wouldn't the ancestral spirit be have, what is it called when you don't take damage to something? like-
Imperial?
items?
Yeah, I feel like she probably wouldn't take any damage from it because she does that damage and she is that damage. Resistance, thank you, RK. She probably has resistance
Oh, magic
to it.
against her.
Yeah. So I feel like it would be stupid for you to do that.
Mm.
That's how I feel about that.
Mm.
If you really want to kill
That's
it,
against anybody who has resistance to specific thing. It's
Yeah.
gonna make the fight a lot harder.
yeah, yeah.
Like the unfortunate people who decide to go faith build until the final boss, and then they're just like, "Well, life
Mhm.
sucks now."
Yeah, and the fight is already difficult with like the
Mhm.
running and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, sounds a bit silly.
Yeah,
The
so
mods are
we
priceless for sure.
kind of agree. Low B,
Yeah,
high
exactly.
C.
Exactly.
What do you
unfortunately.
say, Panda?
I think it was a very pretty idea. I think that it's just a very annoying fight. So I'm okay with B. I'm okay with B.
Oh, better than
Um,
Renala or
Can
worse?
I say I'm keen to put it as
Worse.
a C rather than a B?
Okay,
Really?
reason
Okay.
being?
It doesn't have any like second half. There's no arena change.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think better than Godric.
yeah, but I personally think Godric should be very close to falling into F.
Okay, yeah.
I think
Okay,
we
cool.
agree
We'll
with
keep it
that,
at
but that
10.
voice though, that voice acting was like in absolute insane. It was
Yeah,
so
but
good.
that's it's his
Find a
one
picture
positive.
of the voice actor and put the voice actor and see then.
That's fair.
Wow. Wow.
It does the
Okay.
bunny hop. That's cute. It does do the bunny hop.
It does.
Let's
It
S tier it.
does. It does.
And
I'm kidding.
the
I'm kidding.
bells.
It's
and
better
stuff.
than Renala. I agree, but we'll put him in C. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, and then
I was
Astral
thinking,
for
yeah, I'd
something
see
or
it.
other.
Dude, yeah, the
Mad about
Estelle.
Godric? You like
Honestly,
Godric?
the first version of him I
I
appreciate after
see.
fighting the
I
second version
see.
of
I
him.
see.
Okay, the
Couple
non-remembrance
buddy
version of him is way more toxic
In a video
than the
game?
regular version of him.
Yeah, that's true.
Alucard is
right.
also saying this is straight up F. He hates this fight a lot.
I also
I don't
hate
think
this
he's that
fight.
bad.
I hate this fight.
I-
so much.
He has
sucks.
the runaway move, which is very annoying.
No.
But-
No. It's not that one. That's the
actually,
annoying
you know
one.
what? You know what?
When
I take it back.
when he pulses the
Top of
ground,
That, yes.
that
okay.
is the
That's
most BS
garbage,
move in
dude.
the entire.
Oh
I
my
hate
word.
it
You
so
can't freaking
much.
dodge it,
It is
dude.
so stupid and it's so difficult to roll. I hate it so much. I hate it. I
agree.
don't like
I
it.
agree.
You guys.
Top
I
of
thought you could
C,
just jump
no.
it. No. No, I'm not good at jumping.
So,
Yeah, you
Toxic's
could
gonna win
jump
and be like, you guys just need to get good. Like, I don't know what your problem is.
Oh
no,
gosh.
so here's the
Hurting
thing, right?
feelings.
The first
That tier?
time that I
What? Oh.
played range was during the co-op with you guys,
Yeah,
and Astral is so much easier as a range character.
yeah.
And so for me, I think that it's one of those bosses where it heavily punishes you for not playing the right build. And being a melee class, you have to get so close, and the fact that the weak point is
There we go.
the
Sorry, I
face
forgot about
between
the previous one.
pincers,
Yeah, it's like
and
trying to fight a spider. Like
And
right
And
against
considering
it,
the
knowing
remembrance,
it can munch you
ooh,
and throw
that's
you
so
to the ground.
true, Arcade. That's
it
very
moves
true.
so erratically, and the hitbox feels a little bit
Aw,
dodgy.
sorry,
as you
Yeah,
go
the
Brad.
legs as
around
well, kind of
Jumping
just
is-
like
Such
hitting
a
you out of
bull,
your
that's true.
combos as well.
Yeah.
When he's not
Um,
even attacking, he's just moving his legs. It's
And then it's got
janky. It's
several
His
like
damage,
massive
yes, he
AoE
sucks,
moves
dude.
that specifically screws over melee characters there.
yeah, you're right.
I personally think that I don't like this boss simply because it forces you to have a bad time if you choose to play the game in a specific way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I do like this one's music.
Nice, bye, Coop. See
Quite
you later.
quite a lot. When you were saying like it's
It's
very
good to
ethereal
see
and stuff,
you.
I thought it was. I
Is
still
that the deer
like.
with octopus antlers? No.
I think I might be.
He's like a bug.
Maybe.
He looks like a bug. And he's got like a
having
really
an
long
issue with
tail and stuff.
remembering which one
He's just
is on
really
which for the
terrible. He's a
ancestral
terrible
spirit and for
melee
Estelle.
for nightmares, yeah.
But I'm pretty sure
for
the one I
sure.
remember is.
Bye,
one
Coop.
for
Thank you so
Estelle.
much for popping in. It was good to
And I
see
like
you.
it.
See you
It was
later. Get some
nice.
good rest.
A little bit more, not ethereal, but more like dramatic ethereal.
Alucard with the shouting in your stream is so funny.
Yeah, he's just like, do not let this guy go higher than F.
Yeah, he's a
Uh,
cosmic scorpion, quite.
Yeah.
His nightmare fuel and randomizers. Oh my word.
Oh,
I can
yes.
imagine,
Oh, yeah.
dude.
Stay tarnished.
Yeah,
I
he
think
sucks.
lore-wise, he's kind of cool. He's weird for his placement for his lore. Hold on.
Because he stops you from getting to Rani.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I don't know. I feel like I learned about what he could have been, and I was like, he should have stayed where he could have been, where they like moved him. Apparently,
That's
he was
insane.
supposed to be like the second
I
half
remember
of
watching
a
you fight that
fight, and I think that
dragon
would
in
have been really
Gideon's
cool.
arena. That
But
was
it
hilarious.
doesn't make sense for the arena.
Yeah.
But also now, like
Yeah.
his arena is still kind of weird. Like he's in a cave before getting to a little part of the map. I don't know. It was a little weird.
To be honest, I don't know his lore very well, so and I didn't particularly feel the need to read up on his
Yeah.
lore because I hated him so much. So
Okay, so
I just really
any
don't like him.
other points we should highlight, because I feel like we can probably put him down and go.
Music is good. His
pretty
movesets,
looking.
he has other movesets that are pretty cool
Yeah, it's
and
pretty
and
looking.
really make you practice like rolling at the right
Yes.
time. Like
Yeah.
his tail smacks.
Oh gosh,
his
no, that's not the side I
grabbing
don't like.
and his beam, like those three, they really make you practice like when to roll and everything, and like making sure that you don't roll too often because you need to manage your stamina. So I like that about like some of the bosses, that they like make you practice to become better, because not all of us were very good at the beginning of the game. But other than that, like he just has, like, as soon as you get to him, he then has those stupid moves that just like continuously knock you out, and that irritates me. Like
Yeah.
he has these ridiculous moves that you have to learn, and then when you get there and you can finally fight him, then he immediately like knocks you out, and it's just really annoying. So
Yeah. I agree with you, but I think his timing is a bit weird because, like
yeah.
you said, he's making you practice the rolls and stuff, which is fine. But he's like, I would say he falls into the last
don't play
50%
with
of the
us.
game. So at that point,
Yeah,
you're
I
a
can
little
imagine.
bit
I
more
can imagine
seasoned
arcade.
in terms
Yeah.
of dodging and using your iframes. And I'm not gonna lie, that little scorpion thing gets me all the freaking time, and I don't know what
Yeah.
to do with it.
The
So
tail, yeah.
even,
Yeah.
even if it's because it's one where you have to kind of pre-roll it, you don't roll as it is about to hit you.
Yeah, that's
But
true. That's true.
sorry, my voice is gonna be going away a couple of times.
That's okay.
Enjoy the holiday. Goodbye.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I
Yeah, it's
think
just
C tier as well.
B tier.
High C tier. I think
High C tier.
high
I
C
don't
tier,
know.
low B tier.
I don't know. I don't agree.
What do you think? Higher?
I think it's lower than Ancestral Spark.
You think? Okay, I would say
Yeah.
that. I think it's a little higher, but so you guys want to put him between here? In Ancestral and Godric.
I
Okay.
would rather fight Godric than Astel any day of
Really?
the week.
No, I would fight Godric. Just because to me, when I look at Godric, I see 3 runes. So you
Make an
know.
E tier just for him. Oh
Okay.
gosh.
Before we
Yeah,
dilly-daddle, 'cause
Godric.
it's already a
S?
dilly-daddle.
No.
Dilly-daddle? I don't remember.
Is it
the
better
word.
with controller
Before we
or mouse
linger,
and keyboard?
because it's already
big
been
debate
like
at
an
the
hour and we've
moment,
only done
Art,
5.
but
So
I
we
prefer
need
mouse
to.
and keyboard just because I'm more comfortable with
Rapid
it.
fire.
It depends on what you're more
Alright,
comfortable
without
with.
any explanation, next one C, next one B, the one after that S, the one before that F.
I actually do want to say, like, I think this one's going S. I
S,
don't.
S,
We're
S,
gonna.
S, S,
We're gonna.
S.
Yeah, we're gonna say what we want to say, but I think
This is
personally,
Godfrey.
I'm already in S. Yeah, it's Godfrey. I already
Yeah.
am.
I love
Um,
Godfrey.
So much good. So much good. And
Lore,
let-
amazing.
let's try
Movesets,
and
amazing.
start
Voice,
before we start
amazing.
glazing him, because
Sorry.
I want to ask, what is wrong with it for you? Like, what was wrong with the fight?
Oh, he changes. He changes randomly. He has a moment. If you have a summon he'll like go for the summon and then turn around and
all of a
grab
sudden,
you.
mid
Yeah.
freaking move or mid combo. Yeah, he gets you.
Yes.
I agree. But there are a few, like quite a few bosses that have that same issue.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too much of a it's a him
Radogon.
problem. Yeah. He wait, Radagon's not involved here. Do
No,
we
not
include
Goldfree.
Radagon with the
No, because you
um
don't get a remembrance.
but he's a part of the Elden.
We don't care about
Alright.
Radagon, sorry.
I don't know. I want to talk about him.
You can, no, you can put him up there. Sorry, I just
What's
really don't like
wrong?
him.
What's wrong with the Godfrey fight for me is the maybe. Okay, this is not wrong, but I feel like it could have made the fight a little bit more, I don't know, fluid.
All good, Arcade, don't worry.
When you do the cutscene and they kind of allocate
Yes, we
you
are,
to a
Art.
specific
Yes, we
spot, if
are.
they could do that and then you still kind of chill where you are, I kind of think that would have just made it feel a little smoother. Because the fact that you always start like in a specific spot so you know how to counter him becomes very, I don't know, copy paste. Is there no Bale? Is Bale not here? Oh, you're right.
Does Bale not give a remembrance?
No.
I would like to change my
Oh,
option
you get
for
his
non-remembrance
You get
bosses.
his heart. Oh,
I would
word,
like to
okay,
change my
yeah.
option for
Sure,
non-remembrance
sure.
bosses.
Okay, yeah, I will have to get it. Yeah.
Bale is
I
my
didn't
favorite
realize-
non-remembrance boss. Thank you very much.
Yeah, dude, I did not know because you get his heart, you don't get his remembrance.
Quite.
That's
Corey.
crazy. Okay,
Alright,
we'll put him in. We'll put him in at the end.
Okay.
But Toxic, what do you say? What's a negative for heard my voice?
Do you guys have any negatives for Godfrey?
Maybe. So this
Godfrey
is
and
the,
Horlu?
He's. Let me just before I do something atrocious, and just confirm. He is the one with the lion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say that's probably the only negative thing. He's not very PETA friendly.
Oh, in his cutscene. Ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair. But it's not a real lion.
Yeah, it's like the spirit of the lion.
Yeah, it's like his
that's
summon.
fine then.
Like we have Tish and he has what is the lion's name? Sephora?
Yeah, something like that.
Safarak, something I can't remember.
It's not. I'm not eating a real chicken. I'm having nuggies.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, but this is, if anything, it
that's
makes him
about-
kind of more
Sarash, thank you.
beast.
Otherwise, I'll be very honest with you. Probably one of my favorite bosses. The fact
Yeah, he
is
does.
that
He does.
feels, for me at least, in the whole fight with him, felt a little bit outside of Elden Ring altogether. When I fight him, I feel like I'm playing a different game.
A little bit, yeah, because of his
Yeah.
hand-to-hand being so aggressive. It's like you could make him a Tekken character, dude.
Yeah, or I mean,
Interesting.
like there's
I didn't know
much
that.
like many other games that you could bring up. That's like okay, cool. Like this is pretty
That's
intense.
true.
And so for me, I think that's probably one of the reasons why I like it so much.
Yeah, it's the
Um,
outlier for sure.
But I suppose you could probably say, like, you could probably argue that it goes a little bit against the feel of the game.
In a sense, yeah, for sure.
Mm.
I think lore-wise, he's
Oh,
supposed to be like another
amazing.
level. He's
Mm,
supposed to be
Yeah, and
honestly,
he is.
honestly, he's harder than the final boss for me because he's that much of a challenge, and it doesn't make me hate his fight. It makes me want to know, like, if I can take him out, I know I'm not gonna have an issue with the next fight.
That's interesting. Okay,
Yeah,
that's fair. That's very fair. We do have one very, very negative thing that we hadn't considered, which is a little bit
Yeah.
lore-wise.
What
His
he's done.
taste in women.
Yeah.
But I don't think it counts for too much, to be honest.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm just gonna get some water. I'll be back.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, they should make him a Tekken character. That would be so crazy. But Horlu, not Godfrey.
yeah, not very.
Excellent
I think,
taste?
yeah.
No, legit. No.
So yeah, I think I rate that he's pretty decent. He's up there. All things said and done.
I think everyone agrees he's S tier. We don't have a single no on this side on the poll. We've had a
That's good.
couple of. What is his taste in women? Marika? Marika is his taste in women. He gave up his heritage for Marika. He became Godfrey instead of Horalu for Marika. She changed him and he accepted it for Marika.
She changed him.
So we don't like him. I mean, we don't like Marika because she changed him from being the ultimate Giga Chad to Godfrey.
Yeah. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. He'd be great.
So are we good on S though? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
have
no,
any
for sure.
complaints.
I have a
Okay, cool.
question for you, Cryo, from Corey.
Yeah.
Do you think
Yeah.
that Horalu is the most sacro fight in Elden Ring?
Yes. Straight up. Yes.
Yes.
I think
Okay.
I might
S
be
tier.
for Sekiro.
Yeah. It's because of the
I
aggression.
think I should play Sekiro too.
Yeah, it's that level of aggression is very, I don't know, it's got the same feel for sure. He arguably became a better man, a true king to those. What are you saying after he left, or Marika left him?
A king of what, Alucard?
He's the king of
Yeah, but I mean, like, what has the lands between become? A king
that's
of
true.
what? That's my input right there. If you look at his daughter, Nefeli, and the way that she fights and like how like honorable she is compared to like what he had to give up just to be with Marika.
Yeah.
And letting that power stop him from being his true self. I don't know. I don't like Marika.
I think that
really just don't like her.
that falls into his lore, and I think it kind of works in his favor still. I think it makes him more...
Yeah, the fact that he has that reveal is amazing.
Yeah,
We're just saying that
and
we
you-
don't like Marika.
Yes, yeah, no, that's fine. I agree with you. Okay, on to the next
Yeah, no
then.
problem, Corey.
Malekith.
Sounds like I'm gonna have to play Sekiro at some point.
Right, so I think
Okay,
this
good.
is similar to Astle. I think
That is
that
biologically related.
it's a.
Was it? I don't know.
It's an okay
Wasn't
fight.
it?
I don't think it's
Yeah.
super duper spectacular.
I thought that
but
was
It's
established.
super duper punishing if you play the wrong character.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
agree. I do agree
Anything
with that.
faith.
Yeah.
Anything like really like precise. Like if think about playing a bow build against them.
No, the whole thing about playing as a bubble for most things is kind of difficult.
I tried. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
I
You really
think
did
so.
not want to listen to any of us. Hey, we were very much.
I mean, I
this.
like making my own judgments.
That's
I think-
perfectly fine.
I love it. It was very entertaining.
I'm not arguing about that.
I agree with you, legit,
okay,
but I don't think my
lore-wise,
friends will
I
agree
think
with me.
he had so much potential to be even more badass than what he was. Because if you hear the stories about what he'd done, who he's put down, like he fought Placidusax and put Placidusax in a time capsule because he did so much. But
His actual fight seems like a pit stop.
Yes.
What?
It's
I feel
difficult, though, don't get me
so.
wrong.
I feel so different to both of you. I really do.
It
But-
could have been more like just because I think the fact that the first 50% of his fights he doesn't want to really fight you if you go down a specific storyline is kind of cool. But the fact that he doesn't spend enough time in that second phase where he is a monster, he is crazy with that second phase. But the fact
Yeah.
that he gets it when he's at like 40% of his HP, so you can kind of mow him down again if you've got just a good build.
So
I don't know.
I
The
think-
potential is kind of lost for his lore because
I
again,
also
he's
really
like
liked
he's,
the
he's
fight. I thought it was so
freaking
good.
downright badass in terms
Mhm.
of lore. But the fight it was just cool. You know, it wasn't like
I
oh my
feel-
gosh, this thing
I
is
feel
so
so
insane.
different to both of you, and I also have like a lot of like differing opinions here. I
Okay.
think I did not see the Gurunk thing coming at all. And at first, when I first found Gurunk, I was like, "Oh, he's so cute! Oh my gosh, I want to pet the little doggy, even though he wants to eat death." and
Yours,
then
yours.
and then that first time that he tries to like kill you and you have to like beat him, that was so difficult for me. And like finally getting past that, I was like, yeah, finally. And then finding him and then being like, oh, I don't want to fight him because it's my Gurranq. And then he turns into this like amazing fighting machine that just like spits red flames everywhere and just like does all of the Tish things that you want in your life. And I love Tish. It was
Yeah.
such a cool fight for me, such a cool reveal. His armor is
But again,
phenomenal.
but
Or it
I
turns
loved
into
it.
out of that fight, like that first half, is it good for you?
The first half, well,
Yeah.
we'll talk about Arena later, but the
Yeah,
first
we
half
will talk about Arena,
was
okay.
not, it was, I was more
It hurts
focused
the
on the
fight.
fact that I was like, oh no, I don't really want to fight Gurranq right now. But it was also very much like fighting him in that tiny little space, but better because I had more space to fight him. So that made the fight a little bit easier. And then the second half, the reveal was, but I understand what you're
Yeah.
saying about the first half, but it is kind
Yeah,
of
the
like
first
a,
half
he's
is the way.
protecting, he's a guard dog. He's not really like wanting to fight. And he
Yeah.
thinks he can deal with you like that. And he's kind of just
But
like
he
trying to ward you
raw.
off. And then when you don't back down, he's like, okay, well,
Yeah.
now I'm going to take out the real guns kind of thing.
Moveset wise, I think Gurranq has some jank. Not really jank. Some inexplicable things like the freaking claw thing. Every time I think I jumped out of the way, it still nicks me, or it goes through the pillar that it's not supposed to be going through. It's taught me to basically let him just
loves
deal
his
with my
veggies.
summon while I just try and get behind him or get some ranged on him.
Yeah.
Because it's not worth, like, it's like a 50-50. You think you can dodge him, and then it's just like, no, you can't.
I think I fought the militiamen enough to try and level up to kind of learn when to roll that beast claw thing.
Did you roll it well?
After a while, yes.
Because I still, to this day, like, I prefer the jump because it's more successful than the roll.
I just rolled to the
For me.
side.
Nah, I rolled to the side into the other claw that was supposed to slap me.
Oh, that's fair. I didn't like the rocks that he would throw at you. Those were very like out of the blue.
Yeah.
Those were
That
very
was.
out of the blue. And I would agree with you in terms of
Same
like
out of
trying
that.
to hit him. It was very difficult. He didn't have like a lot of openings. But he was
Especially
supposed to
because-
be like this intense guard dog.
Yeah.
Like you're saying about the lore. He was
Again,
supposed to be
yeah.
this intense guard dog that makes sure that you can't.
It was death, basically. Death
past.
incarnate. People were saying he's
Yes.
basically the Soul Reaper, dude.
Yeah. And so that's
Yeah,
kind of
that's
the point
fair.
that,
small
that
rocks,
I want to
yeah.
make. And the biggest issue I had with him feeling like a pit stop boss, just like something to do before you get to like a real fight, is the fact that it doesn't feel like there was enough build up towards him. And I personally find his arena really, really bland.
His arena is I can't fight you. I do
Yeah, his
disagree with
arena
the build
sucks.
up though. The build up is cool. I like the entire
Yeah.
area that you're going through, getting to him, all of the beastie boys that you're taking on.
And
I kind of think it's fine. I think it's
Gideon
okay. I don't
before
like
him.
the little thing.
No, never mind. Sorry, that's after. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, the Dragon Knight outside his room is a little bit unnecessary. I don't think that's not fun. I don't like that thing. I usually just run past it. But
The ulcerated tree spurs as well. Screw those guys. Trying to get that like legendary item. Ugh.
So
I think he's fun.
for me, okay, like so I'll be very frank. I'll be very, very honest and say that I'm comparing him to essentially what a Reaper character would be in other games.
Oh, then he's F tier, no scythe. Are you kidding me?
And that's kind of sort of the issue, is that he doesn't match up. His fight and his character doesn't match up with his lore and everything that he's done. And I feel like if they had some kind of visual obscurity happening in his arena where you have to fight him through like black smoke or something, have made such a big difference. And instead of the first half of him not wanting to fight you and being very meek and timid and stuff, it
Maybe he
could
was
have
just trying
been,
to blind you or like get you to fall
it
off the
could
map.
have been more of a like introduce some environmental effects that makes the player fight against themselves more than necessarily fighting against him. And then
Mm,
in the second half, he goes all out and
Yes.
he starts off with like, okay, listen, like I didn't want to do this, but now you're going to understand why I am the royal lapdog kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. So I
mm,
think we're pretty much in agreement in terms of the bad being the first half takes too much of the fight, and the second,
yeah.
sorry, the arena's garbage. I don't like the arena. Any arena where you can accidentally fall off or just
Yeah,
like
dude, I did not see that like
Mm.
little bridge when you come in was so narrow. I didn't
Many
see that it was
people.
that narrow and I just rolled right off the side.
It's funny, but it's just like I don't like
Yeah.
those
I
dinner
did
maps.
not
So
see
that's
that.
where I would feel
Yeah.
like some people might enjoy that and be like, yeah, it makes the fights a little bit more intense. It
Yeah,
just
it looks
it's
nice.
another
It
little
looks
iffy
nice.
thing that I need to look out for.
Kind of.
But
Large, very
otherwise,
fat. Yeah, I
that it
guess.
is
The
just I
pillars were
do
a bit of
think that
an issue,
second
but also
portion of
nice
his
because you could
fight,
hide behind them.
it does raise him in ranks. That is a
Yeah.
really tough version of any boss,
Mm,
and what the weapon does is crazy. His
yeah.
movement, he's on the walls, dude. When he first started doing that, I freaked the frick out, dude. I was
Yeah, it
like,
was so cool
no,
though.
no, come back down here.
And the way that they revealed it as well, like his cutscene and everything was just, it
Yes.
was so, and his voice as well. They talk about his
Mhm,
voice was also very, very
mhm.
good. That is
Mm.
what I would think death would sound like. Death and like a beast
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing
it
would
did
sound
really
like. Like
well.
they did the
Mm.
voice perfectly. And Malekith for me was great. Gurranq was
Yeah,
heartbreaking.
yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
So I think it could be
That's true.
no, because of the arena. I'm gonna say A. I wanted to say S, but definitely arena and the first part of that fight takes
Okay.
away. So I would say
That's
higher
fair.
A.
I'm okay with A. I thought the way that you guys were talking about the fight, I was scared you were gonna put it in like B or C, and I was
No,
like, he's so
because
much
that
better than
second,
Renala. Please don't put him.
yeah, that
Yeah, no,
second
he
part
is
of
better
the
than
fight
another
really
far.
pulls
Okay.
weight.
Okay,
Really
A. I'm
pulls
happy with
weight.
A. A is okay.
Okay, before or after Radon though?
After, I would say,
Okay.
just because it is a little bit more.
I kind of agree. I think Panda might disagree.
Yeah, I do disagree, but democracy.
Yeah, I do agree. Okay. So, without the voice, how's Rykard?
Stupid. So stupid.
Yeah.
It's such a stupid fight.
He's a gimmick boss. I don't think I've ever killed him. No, I lie. I've killed him without using his sword in the randomizer, where I had to use
I'm so sorry.
DLC things. He was tough, but I don't think anybody outside of doing randomizers would ever. I think no wait, even people who do randomizers, there's an option in the randomizer just to get his weapon straight into your inventory when you enter because
Oh,
he's
that's
that much
nice.
to make
Yeah. Yeah. That's a bit stupid that you need like a specific weapon, but it makes sense
Yeah.
as well because he's literally like morphed himself with like the snake god or
Yeah.
whatever. And that kind of makes sense. Like you're technically going up against like a god in that regard, kind of, sort of ish.
With that sense, shouldn't you get a specific weapon for Elden Beast?
Yes, I think so. But we
You
can
think
get
so?
there when we get there. But I
Okay. I don't know. I don't like. I agree that he is supposed to be like a boss, and you're supposed to. I think he was supposed to be as difficult as what a god should have been, which without that weapon, he is. But the fact that they've made it, to me, it was a callback to Dark Souls 3. There's another character as well who's ridiculously resistant to all types of magic. But if you get to the front of his arena, you get a little sword, it does a little wind move, and you basically use that 3 or 4 times and he's dead. They did better in this one where it wasn't like 3 or 4 hits and he's dead, and you actually still need to manage it and stuff. But it becomes a weapon you're supposed to learn that you're never going to use again.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Unless you start the game wanting to use that weapon, because it is a fantastic weapon. It is insane.
Mm.
It's just like if I go in and I am a mage build, and now all of a sudden I need to learn how to use this thing.
That's
It was like
true.
okay.
That's true.
And
It's
then
very
I'm never
punishing
gonna
if you're the wrong build.
well, not
Um,
so. I think it's not as punishing because at least they give you like 0 stats for it, right? So it doesn't force you into needing to be a specific build. It's just
Mm.
the fighting style definitely. It feels like very forced. Everybody who goes into that fight needs to basically go in and spam either the skill or the jump move or the
Yeah,
charge.
it makes you feel so crazy strong though that you're
Yeah, it
basically
does.
killing a god with this weapon and seeing like the damage go down that quickly. It makes you feel so good about yourself. So it's like for me it's like a feel good boss. You go in, there's great music. The arena is really cool. There is like a snake in front of you trying to kill you and you're just slapping it around. It's so nice. And then that amazing cutscene with that amazing
Yeah.
voice. It's just a feel good boss for me, to be honest. It's like, oh, I don't really feel like
Get out of
going and fighting Radagon right now. Let me go fight Rykard and feel better about myself, kind of thing.
Power trip boss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Exactly.
I think that's the very reason that I don't like him as much.
I was just about to say, like, does that make him a good boss if he's a power
Um,
trip?
Probably
Because
not.
For me,
He's just fun.
Yeah.
For me, I
It
feel
is.
like his weapon that you use against him
Yeah.
is a little bit overpowered in the
Mhm.
fight, and I feel like it takes
how to
away
stack it,
some of
yes.
the gravitas of the
Yeah.
fight, and it doesn't. It makes the fight feel less impactful to me.
Let's talk
That's
about
fair.
his movesets, right? Because I feel like exactly along the lines of what you're saying is there's some people that will never see some of his moves just because you can stagger him so often with the weapon
Yeah.
in terms
Yeah,
of its
that's true.
because I've spoken to people or people have come into my stream where I see him use like he throws the sword into the air and basically calls down all of those red skulls to come
Yeah.
and chase you down. And some people are just like, "What the hell is this move? I've never seen this before."
Mm-hmm.
And they've killed him like 3 or 4 times, and I'm just like, "Yeah, well, most people knock him down enough so he doesn't get the time to use."
Yeah,
This.
congrats on figuring out the game given
Probably.
cheese.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
But
that's
I
very
think
true.
moveset wise as well, he's got some crazy things. He's
Yeah.
difficult if you don't want to use that weapon. He's got
Yeah.
AoE for days. He's got problems. He doesn't let you heal a lot if he uses those skulls. Like you have to pray that your iframes are nice to you.
Yeah, and if you're just using like normal like hard-hitting weapons, you need to be in the fire the whole time in order to hit
Yeah.
him as well, which kind of sucks.
Yes. Oh,
What
dude,
I
that's
was gonna
Yeah,
bring up
Rykard
is
the Devourer, yeah.
You have
Makes
to
it stupid.
commit to taking damage as a melee character to be able
Yes.
to
Yeah.
deal damage.
It's not a lot,
Mhm.
but it's ticky
Yeah.
and it becomes a problem.
Yeah, no, I
It
agree
gives
with
you
you.
an
It's also
extra-
very easy to get to him. Like if you go the route with the in the
Just run.
ice place, right?
Yeah. Lore wise though, Ice Place.
No, sorry, that's the other one. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Moog, that's Moog, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. You have to still run through Volcano Manor in order to get to that teleport thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go through the Ice Place to get to Moog?
Once or twice.
Okay, I was about to say there's a way easier way to get there, and I feel like that's much better.
I want to ask Cryo a question,
Okay.
and it might
let me
spark
do
some
that.
Takes it
debate.
to the ground,
I don't
shoots a
speak-
carpet of
can't
lava.
speak
Yeah,
much,
yeah,
so
it is vicious,
Let's
yeah.
go.
So, I think it's Dark Souls 1. I believe it's Dark Souls 1, where you can't have a true no death run.
Why?
Is that Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 2, where you have your scripted death?
Dark Souls 1 doesn't have that, no.
Yeah, his
Dark
movesets are
Souls
nice.
2,
I
don't know.
just like him, like I said, as like a power
I feel
trip
like
boss.
it
That's
was
all. Like he's just
Dark
fun to go
Souls
in
1.
and slap around and then
Where's the one
walk
where you
out
where you have to
feeling
fight in the
like
library?
you are a boss.
Fight in the library.
Yeah,
You
That's
don't
all.
need to die there. I think
See the
you're talking about Dark
scaleless?
Souls 1. That isn't.
I see.
You can get there without dying.
there's a boss that the first time that you see
You're
that.
right, the dragon.
Legit
there's
says
no-
Seath
Dragon,
the
yes.
Scaleless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't have a true no death
Sorry, I'm
round
trying to
because
talk over
it's
them
a
because I
part of
kind of
the
want to
progression.
play it
Some
for
people
myself.
have
So
done
that's why I'm trying to talk over
You
it.
get in this. It's a glitch. It's
But
not
I
really
know
glitch,
that you
it's
guys
just
maybe want to
a
listen. Sorry.
equalization. You can get to a point of the map or of the arena where he can't hit you, and then you restart, and then it basically thinks that you died in that arena and you spawned in the other place.
Okay, but
Yeah.
not the point. So I want to know realistically how did that make you feel? Because what I want to suggest is essentially that where you have a scripted loss against Riker, and then you know
That
the
was my
snake
cup.
chick
That
that
wasn't me.
took you to the castle or to the mansion the first time if you decided to do
yeah.
that thing.
What's the name?
Yes, that one.
I don't know. I feel like I know the name.
Panda, this is where you shine.
Help.
Help with what?
What's the name of the girl that takes you to the banner?
Right, Justine.
What is her name? RK?
Quick with the Google searches.
Is it okay?
Yes?
Yeah, so what were you trying to say? Were you
So,
trying to say Raya?
I was thinking-
There we go.
Raya.
Right, so
Thank you.
she has like a whole convoluted story thing where she's trying to figure out who her dad is and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Now
You're
I
fine.
suggest to
I
make
just
the fight
immediately
more
thought, who would know her name?
exciting and stuff is
RK knows this game like the back of his
lock
hand.
fighting him
Raya.
behind
Yes.
helping her progress her story.
No.
And
I
then
agree already.
and
Sorry.
then during the fight, the first half, you can get really close to doing some major damage, but then he does like a
one
go
shot.
get wrecked move kind of thing that's scripted, but doesn't like necessarily kill you, but
Yeah.
you get damn close, and then she like drops in from a hole in the wall or something somewhere, and she has got the magic sword
Yeah.
that does the magic damage.
Okay.
But she doesn't
Like-
know anything about it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that that's why it would be locked behind the quest phase. You having to find out more about Riker being like a big ass snake monster is through helping her find out more about him being a big ass snake monster.
I think it's a cool idea, but no.
She has
For
such a
Raya's
finicky quest already.
Because of her quest being so iffy as it is,
Yeah.
I don't think it's nice. And also, getting the weapon in the middle of a fight and then needing to put it on, for most people, that's not easy. Like,
No.
especially
Can
first timers,
confirm is not easy.
Especially when you have, I'm not throwing any jabs, when you have a lot in your inventory, it becomes very difficult.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. I'm being genuine because even for me, like, even if I have my stuff sorted, I still struggle to find things. So
Yeah.
most first-time players don't like to put everything into their box because they want to have everything on hand. And
Just in case, you know.
you need to just jump in and then in the middle of a fight have to use it. No, I think they did it well, just placing it in there, being like,
yeah.
you,
They
you
also
get a bit of
had
time.
they had that like ghost thing tell you about
Shima?
it too. He was like, I've made a weapon that can destroy the snake god.
Yeah.
He says that too. So when you actually find it, like I immediately in my head I was like, okay, I need to find this weapon so that I can kill him. And then when you walk in and you find it, I was like, I know what
There
this
it
is, kind of thing.
I think
So,
it could have been placed somewhere else, which would have been fine.
yeah, sure.
And it could have been like instead of Raya giving it to you, maybe you just needed to get to somewhere, like someone found out about it and try to hide it. So you just need to find out where they hid it, and it
Yeah,
doesn't
like
need to be
the mistress of the house. I forget her name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I feel like maybe maybe could have just added a
The
little bit more.
lady of
But
the house. Sorry.
let's get to ABCs because
Yeah, sure.
we're
Tana,
lingering.
thank you.
Tanith, yes.
Lady
And
Tanith.
I don't hate his fight, but I don't think it's F tier. And I don't
Appreciate
think
that.
it's B tier either.
No, fair. You can put him in. Oh, with Godric though. Ugh.
No,
With
no.
Astel.
I'm thinking B.
Yeah,
B?
I'm also
Okay,
leaning
I'm
towards
okay
B.
with B. I'm okay with B.
I'm leaning
Okay.
into B because he's a very memorable fight, but
Yeah.
Together!
together.
Yeah, his
Truly,
cutscene and his
right.
voice and everything is just, oh.
Yeah. Okay, Fire Giant is F. Next, let's talk about
Yeah.
Morgoth, right?
How dare
I'm
you
right.
do that to my boy? How dare you?
I'm sorry.
Excuse you.
Let's go, Fire Giant.
I love him. He's the
You
last
love
one.
him. He is the last one.
He's the last one of his kind. He was put there, chained there by horrible Marika. We hate her.
Yeah, I know. Fight-wise, I don't like the arena. Too big. Makes sense because he giant, but damn.
But it's so pretty.
I hate
Pretty.
the fact that one of his most OP moves is him just throwing a floor tantrum.
No, I don't like that him just moving across the map can one-shot you.
But
His
you
little
can use
roll,
Torrent.
dude.
And
Yes, he
Alexander.
And Alexander, yeah, no, he has for sure. I don't know. He was definitely like, okay, Tarnish is saying he was one of the easier bosses. I think it's build wise. If you go in with a build that can do bleed, he's very easy. If you go in with magic, I think it's a little bit tough. I thought it was
That's
pretty
fair.
rough. Like, I was a glass cannon, so he just like.
What is with these Fs? That makes me so sad. It's like my favorite fight. I walk in and I see Alexander's name and I'm just like, let's freaking go!
I don't think his moveset was particularly inspiring.
No,
but
he's
he
a big
does
boss.
that roly-poly. He's so cute.
Exactly.
He's
Like
so
I
adorable.
don't like that.
And his paella pan. He's so
most,
cute.
Like exciting thing is
He's cooking
basically
with
just
fire.
throwing a tantrum.
Yes.
He's cooking with fire. He's basically
if I tell you
Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle. He's cooking with fire and stuff.
Whenever you think of a big boss fight, like what are one of the staple things when it comes to a big boss fight? You need crit points that are just very obvious. And he fits that. Like most of the time when you fight big bosses, they'll take basically no damage anywhere else aside from one or two specific parts that you only get access to every now and then. In the beginning, you're allowed that ankle, and that's fine. It's given to you. But after that, the hands.
The hand.
Or the head. Annoying thing. Or the head. Yeah, you get the head. Frick, dude. Holy moly. No.
I used a bow.
The eye or the hands, right? And I think, like you said, it's kind of uninspired. The fact that is the copy pasting from many of the other games as well.
Yeah, I didn't play any of the other games. I'm just thinking about Elden Ring for Elden Ring.
Not even Souls wise, like in general, fighting bigger bosses is think of Zora Magdaros. You know, he big, but you know you just hit those like little parts that are only gonna do a little bit.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
It's like
staple in the gaming society.
Kind of uninspired. The fire was cool. I definitely did like the fire magic that he uses, and then like lore wise as well. I think that is proper like A to S tier. I do like the fact that he's been trapped, you know, and it's not even necessarily that he wants to fight you. He just doesn't know what to do. He's just like there, and he's just like, oh, someone's here to kind of mess around.
Why do you guys not like the arena? It's not so bad. Okay, actually, it is a little bit rough when you like
smell the blood of a panda goat.
Yeah, Nerf says it was a boring fight. I don't think it was too much of a boring fight.
No, I thought it was fun, and I thought it was funny when he was rolling around in the snow. It was so cute, like seeing him like this massive creature just rolling around in the snow with his pan. I thought it was really cute. I thought he was a very endearing fight, and the fact that he was the last one made me quite sad, and that's why I stood back quite a bit and watched him most of the time. But I thought his magic was really cool. His second phase is a little bit harder, I agree, with like hitting the hands and stuff. But I didn't
Yeah.
want the fight to end. So I think that's why I didn't mind it too much. Because I thought it was such a cool fight, like fighting such a giant. It was my first fight where I was fighting something that large. Because I'd never fought any other like large monsters before. So he was my first like very, very large monster experience, and I thought that that was really, really cool, and how they did it, and the lore, and his hair, and how he looked, and how he was this like standy outy character in this very like snowy barren
Yeah,
like
true,
field was
exactly.
so cool. Like the contrast was awesome and stuff. So I really liked the fight for that reason, but I can understand where you guys are coming from, like knowing other games and coming from like other game knowledge. That's fair. But for me, like he is always one of my favorite fights in all of the games. But it's also because you can fight with Alexander. Like that's a massive like
Mm.
pinpoint for me, is that I can fight with my pot friend.
That's fair. Okay. That sound
Yeah,
that can
the
be
people's
clipped,
helper.
by the way. Anybody who wants to clip that, that would be great. She said
My
she
pot
likes her
friend.
pot friends. Yes. Okay,
Pausing and frosting
let's
him.
talk
Yeah,
letters.
exactly. Just to prolong the fight.
Personally,
Exactly. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
I see. I would like.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm sorry, Panda. I
no,
know
you
he
say
means to you,
B.
but you say B. Okay.
He can be after Icod.
Okay.
because
Toxic.
because I'm thinking about just Elden Ring. I'm not like bringing in any other like other fights from
Okay.
outside of the
Yeah,
game
I
into
know.
the game. I'm just thinking about Elden Ring
Yeah.
because I thought we were
No,
doing
yeah,
an
well,
Elden Ring boss tier list.
yeah, but this is where the bias is coming in, right? It's like our like feels towards the game are going to be affected as to what our experiences were. So regardless of whether or not we're making an Elden Ring experience, it's still going to be the gamer's experience. And not to take away from your experience, what you're saying is true. You want B. I think coming from where you're coming from, I would have thought you would have said A. I thought this is where we might.
Yeah, no,
find
I
a
definitely think he needs to be higher for me, but I'm willing to make concessions. That's why I'm saying B.
So you okay? Then say that, because I was about to fight to just be like, you say B, I say C. We can meet in the middle at like.
To be completely
high
honest,
C.
yeah, like he's like
If you
way
say
up there.
A,
He's better than Radeon for
you
me.
think he's better than Radeon? Okay, cool.
Yes.
I'd be willing to sacrifice to go to B. I wouldn't put A for myself. I wouldn't.
Can we put him higher than Renala then?
You're also at the top of B though. This, I don't know. Toxic. What do you say? What do you say?
I think
Sorry.
I think I would put him. It's tough. I would put him under Renala.
Under Renala.
Yeah,
Okay.
he doesn't have any like voice acting or anything. He's
He has
like
shouts.
setting doesn't change.
Yeah.
His second phase isn't
Yes, there's
he's
channels
looking at
that
you a
do
little bit
that
better,
where they put the
you know,
bosses against
like,
each
Yeah.
other. I'm sure you could
I
see
don't know.
that.
I just find him a
He's a
little
little more
lazy. I'm
grounded, you know.
sorry. That's
Can I ask, without hearing mine and Panda's placements, would you still have put him there? Or are you trying to find a middle ground as well?
I'm very much finding middle ground for you guys. If it was up to me,
Exactly.
I would put him under Rykard. I would put him in C tier just because I think he's very uninspired.
That's so
Okay.
sad. That's the second boss that we've had to like put lower than we wanted to on the side.
Yeah, and that's for like you don't have to. I think that
I'm good with the B. Between
yeah,
I'm good there too. Hey, karaoke. Is that fine? I think between Renala is fine. It feels weird.
What about his cutscene when he's like shouting like that, and you feel the emotion and the pain and everything, and he breaks his leg so he can become more powerful?
I didn't understand that.
That's cool.
I didn't
What do you
understand that.
mean you didn't understand that? He was making a sacrifice.
The first time I was there, I didn't understand. I still didn't. I like sacrificing.
It's basically like using seppuku on that one weapon so that your bleed can get stronger.
but
He
what's he
does that
doing?
so
Like,
that he can get stronger.
Why does he get stronger by doing that?
Because he's making
What?
a blood sacrifice to
Who?
get stronger. I don't know. To the
Exactly,
giant
that's what I'm
gods. I don't
saying. That's what
know.
I'm saying. It doesn't, like, to me, it doesn't add up. Yeah, like, sure, he's
Yeah,
sacrificing
he's
to do the
appealing
thing.
to a higher power, a sheer act of desperation. Exactly.
Okay.
My people
So-
understand.
I
Well, I
understand
settled
the
this.
action. My point is, I don't know, like, what is behind the action. You say
I'll
he's
settle this.
sacrificing it to it, and then he just magically gets stronger. Like, then tell me who he's sacrificing to. Not you specifically. I'm saying the game. Like,
Do you know why?
the
We
game
can't
doesn't tell
know
us.
because Marika went and killed all of them, so we only have one giant left. Isn't that so sad?
The amount of lore that's in this game, no, it lies. We would have found something about it.
That makes
I
me so
think-
At
sad.
least the 3,000 freaking theorists would have found something.
That's
I
fair.
think that the easiest way to take the fire giants into S tier without changing any of the
outer god of
movesets or
Frenzy
the arena
Flame.
anything is just make it a female. There we go. Job side.
Ugh.
Yeah, yes, okay, cool.
Alright, let's move on.
Okay, Morgot.
There we go, there we go. Okay, wait, hang on. It's indirectly said in the item's description, the fell god is the god of the fire giants making the offering to. The fell god.
Okay, that feels better now. I didn't know that.
So S tier, okay.
No, it doesn't affect my fight at all.
Better than Renala. Renala didn't even fight.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah,
true. But
You were fighting
This is
Rani,
not a-
you weren't fighting Renala.
I know. Well, you were bitter arena.
Better
For
arena and the magic isn't
Ugh,
as flashy. Like by the time that
feel-
you finally get
I
to the
feel
fire giant,
so like
you've already seen
outnumbered.
so
Okay,
much
hold
fire.
on, Panda. Before you feel outnumbered, do you want to know the community vote for him?
F.
Sure.
It's F.
F, yeah.
But everyone on this side is saying they like him.
A lot of people who play
Yeah.
Elden Ring have, I would say, probably the similar
They
experiences
just don't
to what we-
understand the big giant's tiny heart.
Yes. Okay. Sure. It's a big friendly giant who wants to freaking
Make
beat you
paella in
around
his paella pan.
with you in the pad too.
Yes, he's
Um,
Calcifer, reincarnate into a giant, making amazing food.
Nerf.
That's
has a big
surprising to me
influence.
too. Yeah, I think it's probably the roll spamming. Yeah,
That too.
Mm,
Okay.
that
Let's
makes
go.
me so sad.
Morgot.
is
Sorry, Morgot. Morgot. Some people already saying A, and I kind of feel like that too because he's good. He's a good mix of can be really strong. And his movement is one of the better out of all of the bosses. But a point that's being brought up is he should have had a little bit more HP to make the fight last a little bit better. Lore-wise, I think he doesn't meet expectations though.
He makes me
Do you
sad. His lore makes me sad.
Yeah, it is very sad. Him
Very
and Moog,
tragic.
dude.
Yeah.
Very, very
Yeah.
tragic.
We have 2 S tiers on the side.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of the
He's a man of
movements.
duty, for sure,
Yeah.
right? And he meets that. But in terms of like
His
where
voice
he
too,
is,
great.
it's got a lot more build up to his fight, and the fight doesn't really hit the mark for me in terms of peaking. Because you fight through that city, dude, and that city is one of the best cities in gaming history for myself. I really enjoy running through that place and exploring it and getting to the end and finally being done with it. His fight was cool, but it didn't hit 100% on that mark. I'd be like 80, 75. It was still really good.
Spurts poetry.
still really
Yeah, he
enjoyable,
does. He
and-
does. He's cool.
And you fight with Manila.
Maleficent.
No, not that one.
Mm,
Is it Melina?
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 Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's Melina. I really enjoyed like
Melina.
seeing her fight and use her really flashy move that's very bad. It was just really cool. Having like
Yeah. No, it was
and-
a really cool fight. I wish that I hadn't known that he comes back the second time, because I think that that would have been a very big
As
surprise
a
for me.
reveal,
And I would have
yeah.
been like, wait, what? That was just like a shadow of himself or whatever.
Yeah.
So I wish
Yeah.
that I could have fought him without knowing that he's going to come back.
Yeah.
But I thought like the blade reveal was really cool. His voice is amazing. Like legit says he spits poetry.
Yeah.
Mm,
Disrespectful poetry.
Disrespectful for sure.
Yeah, he's, I don't know, his story is very tragic and sad. He moves like I've never seen anyone
Very
move other than
dude.
like what is the terrible boss that everyone hates?
Mm,
Uh
there's a few,
Millennia. He moves like
oh, yeah.
Millennia, but
Yeah, with the lunges and stuff.
yeah, he's
and the
so like
speed,
he
yeah.
moves so quickly and like almost like a
Oh, thank
a
you.
ghost or something. A
Sorry, we gotta
duck and
go for
quack.
a donation.
Thank you
I
so
didn't
much
know.
for the donation. I'll quickly check. Don't worry, I got
thank
it.
you.
Yeah, that can crack. Thank you so much. Yeah.
A duck on quack says, "Awesome discussion. Cheers. $2. Thank you so much for the $2. We appreciate
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Mm,
Awesome. Sorry, Panda, where were you? So the movement, yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
his
I
movesets are
really
really
enjoy
cool.
the movement.
Mm-hmm.
He's very fast, and I think he does fall into something that we've been using as a bit of a requirement as well, which is it depends on the weapon you're using. I think range is definitely his downfall. If you have someone who can tank a little bit and you just sit in the back and spam magic or something, he falls so quickly.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think that's
that's
where
true.
the like HP demand comes from, where people.
Yeah.
I think that's a very good reason why I would put him high, is because people want to fight more of him.
Yes, exactly. The fact that people are like, he should have had more health so that we could have just experienced it a little bit
The
more.
shackle, that's true.
It proves that the fight didn't have much wrong with it and it left people wanting more.
Yeah. RK
I'll
also
be
brings
very
up like
honest.
using the shackle on him.
I have heard of Let Me Tank Him. Sorry.
It's okay.
Say again?
RK brings up like the point of like using the shackle on him as well. Makes
Yeah,
it
that's
interesting
cool.
too.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that you can use that on 3 bosses is it makes it kind of a really
And
oh, not that
apparently
one
platforms that spit fire at you.
What do you mean?
If you go into like the dungeons and stuff,
yes. Oh,
use the
dude, that's
shackle.
so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I love that. I'm good with A. I think he's probably a little bit better than Malekith for me.
I'll be very honest with you. I'm very biased for this one. I'm in the S group.
You think? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I'm okay
that's
with
my
A.
ranking.
I was sad about Malekith, so I'm okay with A.
Would you say after Malekith or before?
I thought the Malekith fight was still a lot more like impacting for me than Morgoth.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. I can kind of like for me, I would put them somewhat similar as.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, that's fair.
For me, both of them have the same issue, which is I just wish I could fight them more.
Yeah.
In their fun fights.
Yeah. That's fair. That's very fair.
For me, I feel like he's the power trip, but like the deserved power trip. Like when you fight him and you get the dodges and stuff, you feel like
yeah, that's true. That's true. That's what legit is saying. He's the most fun to no hit.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes, Ali. Hey, Ali. Yeah, we're talking about Morgoth. I need you guys to tell me where you guys think.
I think they're on the same. They're kind of on the same level. So yeah, we can kind of put them on the same. Osama bin Laden. What are these names? Any thoughts on upcoming Elden Ring Night Rain? Also, Merry Christmas. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too. And thank you for the $1. We appreciate you.
I think, to answer that question quickly, I'm excited for it. I want to see what they want to do with it. And I'm excited for the callbacks to some of the other Souls-like games.
I'm confused by it.
I'm excited for an official co-op.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Like I said, I want to put him
Really?
probably
Been
after.
lagging, yeah. Okay.
Oh well, I'll side with Panda and say
Yeah,
probably
this one's
after.
up to you guys.
Yeah, I think after Malekith is fine for me, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But it's a
Toxic.
it's a very good
No,
lead
no,
up,
no.
and his voice is really
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
Yeah. We all have our
Yeah.
our weaknesses and our guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
That's true.
Speaking of guilty pleasures, Placidusax.
S.
S tier.
S.
Dude,
It
yeah.
sucks
S.
that the run to
F
get
for the
him
run.
is so
Yeah,
Yes,
long.
dude,
F for the run,
dude,
but
if
S
we were
for the fight.
including that run, bro, he would fall down to B. Damn.
But I
Great.
think his unique dragon, and
Yes.
before Bale was introduced, my favorite.
His lore as well was kind of insane, and I don't know, I enjoyed learning about the dragons and ultimately learning about his position in everything.
Yeah, and his
I liked it.
cutscene to
Nerf
get
his
to.
things. I wouldn't hurt him that much, dude.
No,
I
that's
could.
terrible.
I think if we talk about it enough, we could probably push him down to an A.
I don't know.
Let's try. Let's try. I'm
His-
curious.
Can't we say the good things first? We always say the bad things.
Okay, go good.
His cutscene to get to his place is so cool. Lying down
Yeah.
and then going back in time into like a
Yeah.
place where time doesn't exist, and then going into that
Mhm.
amazing arena, and then finding this like egg-like
Nice, very
creature. Oh, it's so cool. It's just he's so cool looking. His movesets are cool. His
music's
music is
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
He just his lore is insane. He just
The
my
arena,
gosh,
I
he's
kind of
just
like the Colosseum
Yeah.
vibes.
yes,
honest,
and the
I
fact
like
that
the
he
arena
phases in and out, like making use of
Mm.
like a land that doesn't like where time doesn't exist and stuff. It's just he's just so cool. He's so cool, man.
Yeah.
I love him.
And
What do you
comparing to
guys-
all of the other dragon fights, I think he's the best out of all the dragons.
easy
you
peasy.
In
fight
the
us-
base
okay,
game.
Again, in the base game, I know I'm gonna put that there.
Yes.
I'm gonna be
Yes.
very honest, and I'm going to say something that might cause
Yes.
controversy again. I think Placidusax is the best dragon fight.
Oh,
I-
easy, full stop.
Full stop. I think that
Agreed,
Bale is
RK.
really cool, but I don't really see him as a dragon fight there.
That's
Yeah.
fair. He's more like a Balrog.
Yeah.
Honestly,
that's
when I
fair.
walked in there and I saw what he looked like, I was like, "Oh, we're fighting the Balrog now. That's cool."
Yeah, good luck
Uh,
karaoke. Placidusax is also hard. He's not easy no matter the build. Okay, hold on. I take it back. There's one move that if you know about it, it does make him really easy.
Yay!
But aside from that, if you're going magic, you're gonna have a tough time. If
Exactly,
you're going
Corey.
bleed, you're gonna have a tough time. If you're going
Mhm.
proper melee bonk, dude, you're still gonna have a pretty tough time.
Can confirm.
That's
And
true.
he's
When
not-
he moves around, he moves you with him, and sometimes
Yeah.
when he moves you with him, you take damage, which doesn't make
Oh,
any
my word.
sense, and that's
And-
a
yeah.
little frustrating. Okay, that's
That
fair.
is-
His
that is.
hitboxes are a little bit strange,
A
and his
little bit of-
movement is a little bit strange. That's fair. That's fair. Is it
But,
enough
one-
to put him in A tier? No.
I don't think so. For,
So-
for me as well, like the panic that sets in
So
when he goes
cool.
far and he uses that laser beam.
Yes. Oh
My
my
word.
gosh, that was so cool. And his nuke
Oh.
attack as well, when he just like
Yeah.
vanishes and all of a sudden he just comes back. It's so
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
So, how do you guys feel about his like dive bomb attack?
I think it's
Uh,
awesome. Much better than
I think-
Radon.
Easy to learn. Yeah, not too much of a. You can dodge most of them. They give you
Yeah.
a very large window to be able to dodge it. It's just a matter of if you're looking in the wrong place at the wrong time, you can get messed up. Thank you, Navi.
The
Do-
physics and
do you
hitboxes
guys
make
feel like it
sense. Yeah,
adds
that's fair.
to the
That's
fight
fair.
as making him feel like a crazy sweeping dragon?
Yeah, I think the fact that he phases in and out, those movements for me is more of like really seeing him at his like peak when he's like phasing in
it's
and out
not
and you
even-
can't hit him, you don't know where he
think
is,
it's
you don't
not
know where
even
he's gonna
his
hit you
peak,
from and
dude.
stuff.
He's
That's
missing, like, 2 or 3
crazy.
heads.
Yeah.
I know the fact that expectation wise as well, right? You know, if you're looking into the lore for him, he's supposed to be, you know, crazy and stuff, but then you find out like he's like this because he fought Malekith, and you're like, oh my word, like he's so tough for us, and like he's basically in recovery is insane.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
which personally took away from the Malekith, because now you see how you struggled with a guy who was at 30% HP, and then you go and fight the guy that put him in that situation, and it didn't meet.
Doesn't live up to
I
it.
I get what you guys are
Yeah.
saying about Malekith now. That makes sense to me. That's fair. I'm
This is,
not ready to move him down though, but
No.
you're
but
on.
I
No,
understand.
it's not
Yeah,
a
I
negative
think
to
he
him,
should
it's a
have had
negative
more
to
HP.
Malekith.
Malekith 100% should have had more
Yeah.
HP.
Yeah, or just more time in his secondary phase. Like at least get
Yeah.
him to like 70 or 60%. But the 40%, and then he finally brings it out, was like, I don't know.
Oh, RK says his lore is so sad because he's been floating in the center of the arena for who knows how long because he's waiting for the god or goddess that abandoned him.
Yep, exactly.
That's
yeah,
so
no,
sad.
the whole dragons era is very
so
intense.
sad. And then you just go around killing them, and then you read about it, and you're like, I am a terrible person.
I am the goddess that they were waiting for.
Yeah. We came
Just
to, yeah,
not
he
the
was
stealth
waiting.
Be my
nature that
pet,
they were waiting
please.
for.
Be
Yeah,
my pet.
he was waiting. We came, we took him out. We ended his misery.
I think they should make
he-
Placidusax summon. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but I'm good for S. I'm pretty sure the state Placidusax is that when you fight because of Bale and not Malekith. Wait,
Someone
because
said
of
no.
Bale.
Who said no? Who doesn't like
Did Bale
Placidusax?
attack Placidusax?
Who doesn't like Placidusax?
What are you saying, sir? It's the first time I'm hearing this. What about you guys?
Yeah, no, that's him.
Because of Bale? I don't know. I don't know the lore very well. Sorry.
No, from what I've watched, okay, again, most of the lore stuff is very
It's like fighting
subjective,
Wolverine,
right?
Superman, and the
objective.
Flash.
The one where
Yes,
it's basically up to
100%.
some
Yeah, for
theorists
sure.
to just put as much
Who
information
doesn't
as
like
they can together.
Placidusax?
Someone who's a lot more knowledgeable than me.
Double Dragons.
The Dragon
Lily, and
Priestess
Jenny. Yeah.
mentions it. I do remember her talking about Placidusax, but I don't remember her saying anything like, you know, Bale is the reason Placidusax was.
No, I also don't remember that.
Maybe it's possible that maybe our lore is just outdated, because I think the majority of the lore that we know is
True, it's from base game. Maybe, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't
Because
know.
if it's not Malekith, does that change your view on Malekith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I'll be honest, it kind of makes the Bale fight.
Thank you, Nerf. Appreciate you.
I'm kind of curious before placing him in. I don't think whether or not he was taken out by Bale or Malekith affects his.
No.
Yeah.
He's S tier. Placidusax is S tier.
I'm good on S tier as well, but better than Horlu.
I think the fact that he's so far removed, and he's like a secret boss, and he basically like explains or kind of puts like the time continuum and everything into perspective, I would say yes.
I would say yes, because you still feel like you're playing Elden Ring, and the sheer panic that ensues when you fight the Placidusax makes it worth it for me.
Yeah. Also, everyone, Corey says he got chills when he walked into that place. Me too. That cutscene already gave me chills. It was just, very cool.
But I'm gonna ask Nerf, if you got the time, please can you just like elaborate a little bit more, because I'm curious now.
Me too,
I do want to know. I do want to know. So
especially if it puts our boy Malekith a little bit higher.
Yeah. Okay, on to the next. Now the next dragon that gives us
great music.
Yeah, I don't know. The music doesn't last long enough when I fight him. I feel like every time I fight him, I'm at a point in the game where I'm overpowered for his fight. I feel like
that's true.
They needed to give him a little bit more in terms of damage and HP, because
that's true.
Every time I fought him, I've always been like 10 to 20 levels higher than I needed to be. And it's not even that I went out of my way to overpower myself. It's just like at that point, you usually are a little bit higher.
Very cool arena. Very, very cool arena.
horrible way to get to his fight. I'm sorry, I do not
A
like
little
that
bit,
quote.
yeah. Those
Um,
ants, please get
we don't
them
need to
out
go
of the
through
game.
too much though.
All right,
I'm
F.
talking about talking with the deathbed sleeper.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't,
that's
I
true.
don't
And
like
then
some of
also like hugging her while she's sleeping and dreaming and stuff.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Okay, yeah, I remember I found the dialogue of the Dragon Priestess where she mentioned it, and General Tarnish says Baal rebelled against him. But
Oh,
did he fight him? I know he rebelled, but rebelled could also just mean that he left and went to the lands.
yeah,
Not
the
the lands of King,
antacid
what's
is...
the other place called?
No, thank
The
you.
Dragon or crack.
Siafra?
no, the world where Mikla made.
Oh, the Shadow Realm? The Realm of Shadows?
Yes, there we go. Okay. Hold on, we got stuff. This is
The design
I
is
assume
cool,
the
yeah.
direct quote. In a long time past, this is from the Dragon Priestess. Baal turned upon the Dragon Lord. The foul traitor assailed our master and inflicted a grievous wound, only to make a hasty retreat, becoming a sworn enemy of the Brood. Since that day, Baal and his bloodline, the Drakes, have served as sacrifices for the Dragon Communion. Okay, so it does say that it hurt him.
But the
And it says
Dragon Lord,
previous-
is Placidusax the Dragon Lord?
Yes,
Okay,
he was.
okay.
He was.
So he
and
literally like threw it. He basically pulled a millennia. Oh, I'm not gonna win this fight, so let me just imbue you with rot.
Is it? I don't know.
And then
I
ran away.
wouldn't. So the way it's saying, yeah, it's like he inflicted a grievous wound, and only to retreat. He did damage and got out of there quick because he knew even with that damage he was still gonna lose. Just saying, that's pretty badass.
That's crazy. That makes
yeah.
Placidusax like higher than S tier.
But he needed to be removed, and Marika sent Malekith to basically go and finish the job. Then I assume. So I think it's kind of speculative on whether or not he was in that state because of Baal or
Because of Malekith.
Malekith. I would say just both.
Just back-to-back fights.
Yeah, probably. That's crazy then. Oh my word, Placidusax is crazy.
Does that mean he's even stronger? Does that mean that Malekith needs to go down? Is that
No,
what's being said?
no, don't touch, don't touch.
Malekith went and fought him when he was at 50%.
No,
HP.
it just means that
no.
Placidusax is even stronger because he had to fight
Yeah,
Baal
yeah,
and
agreed,
Malekith, and he
agreed.
still survived. We think, we
Agreed.
don't know.
Agreed.
Probably not.
No. Thank you, Nerf. That was really interesting. I did not.
you.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Thank you.
And
The
Tarnish
fact
too.
that we
Thank
get
you.
to fight
Okay, but I
Placidusax
think yeah,
at
he still
all
stays there.
didn't
Onto
really finish the
Fortisax,
job.
big
Does it
issue.
though? Because he's in a place
tier.
where time doesn't
Yeah.
exist. So isn't that like before?
Would you? Are you just pulling?
Malekith?
Because I would put him pretty low.
Tell us, little bro.
F tier. I think that he's not a worthwhile fight. I think that he's the witch version of Placidusax.
Did you just say
No.
F tier?
Yeah,
Yes,
I think that
Wow.
realistically, it's a waste of time fight. It doesn't imbue you with excitement when you get to fight them. It's just like another dragon in the way. And yeah, dude, it's like when your mom says you've got Placidusax at home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nerf.
is he the only boss that uses Deathroot or Death Blight?
Death Blight. Technically no, but out of all of these ones, yes.
I think that like fighting a boss with Death Blight was at least a little bit refreshing.
I disagree. I don't like.
Like
Death
it wasn't
Blight.
nice, but at the same time, like there was another obstacle that you had to think about.
Was it
At
really that
least.
much of an issue though?
It didn't matter to me.
It didn't matter
yes.
to
We're
me.
I
talking
was a
about
melee character.
Fortisax. Sorry.
Sorry. I agree with what you're saying. I think bringing in something that's different from the rest of the game should improve that fight a little bit more. But one, I just didn't like Death Blight as a whole. Like, it's one of the more useless things. Like, if you use it as the main character, it's bad. So if something else needs to use it against me, it doesn't make it any better.
But it makes sense that he used it because it was like the Death Blight storyline.
Yeah,
Agreed,
it
but
makes
still
sense.
same point.
I feel like it could have been done better.
It's a bad.
You think it could have been done
attack.
better? Okay. Okay, that's
Mm.
fair. You guys make fair points. I was just trying to give him some props because I
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
music and the arena.
I
That's
think
about
I think
I would give Malekith more points for having Deathblight. I feel like that would make sense.
ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, it would have sucked. It just either
Does he have Deathblight?
no, he's got the other bit
Okay,
something.
okay, that confused me.
something else.
Sorry, I was
No.
just like, what?
Yeah, and to be honest, doesn't
Yeah.
he have the same movesets as like the other Elder Dragons? He's just a
Yeah, I think
kind of
so.
a reskin of
Destined
them,
Death,
which
yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
hurts. Which kind of hurts.
Yeah, and his lore is kind of sad too,
Uninspired.
being trapped there to defend the what is he? The King of Death?
I feel
What is he?
I don't
I
I
don't
don't
even know.
know.
Whatever.
I don't know. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, another one.
Another one, Grius.
Thank
Hello,
you so
Grius.
much.
Please say
Grius is
something.
here.
Where are you, Grius?
Thank you. Where are you?
We want to know. We don't know where you
Give
are.
love on Christmas Day. Thank you. Thank you for the $1.
Nice.
We
Ah, thank you
appreciate
so much.
you.
Yes. I
Godwin,
don't want
thank you.
like I love Elden Ring a lot, and I honestly don't like putting things in F, but I wouldn't fight it.
This is fair. This is fair. I think that it would be the best if we could go and we weren't overpowered, but then the Death Blight would be like a lot more of a pain. So
I still don't think so. I feel like he
So-
didn't use it enough for you to need to worry about it, and if he did overuse it, it would take away from the fight as well, because you don't want just like a puff of
immediately
cloud
die.
that is
Yeah,
gonna
that's
kill
fair.
you.
That's very fair. Yeah.
If-
Yeah,
if
I
they
think
could
like
make
the whole Death Blight and everything, Fia's questline in general is just so like sketchy and weird and stuff.
And
So
it's,
I get you. Like the whole situation just makes you like uncomfortable. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
That's fair. F tier is okay.
oh, are we
You
going
guys
F?
make good.
Okay.
Yeah, you make good points.
There's not a lot of redeeming qualities for him, unfortunately.
Yeah, just the music is cool. And
I
the
feel like I want to push the
arena.
Elden Beast a little bit to at least here, if that's okay. I want to talk about him kind of last for the base game.
yeah, that's fair.
And let's talk about Moog, if we can, because Millennia as well. I feel like those two are basically the
Yeah,
end
that's
of the
true.
game.
So what do we
Moog?
do? Moog.
Moog is cool. I
Oh,
like
his
like
voice
the-
melts me
Yeah.
into little tiny bits.
Like
Oh my
a little bit of
gosh.
blood.
Hold on. What? I heard a lot of what Panda said. I did not hear what.
Sorry.
Toxic-
Sorry. Are we talking about Moog as in the Lord of Blood?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, the
Not
one
the
that
Lord of
gives us
Swords?
the
Yeah.
Yeah, Esther.
remembrance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Esther. I felt.
Yes.
Mhm.
I think that it was a really good fight. I
Yeah.
think the fact that you're having to deal with him fighting on a whole nother freaking
You know
dimensional
who
plane.
Grius is, but gotta
was really
protect
easy.
him
He's got
for his
freaking
sake. He's patrolling streams
ambition,
like
bro.
Batman.
He's
Remy?
like
Okay.
his
Are you
comeuppance,
Grius,
not
Corey?
comeuppance. What's his like
Moog is
rise,
great. Moog is
right?
amazing.
From
The
his story as
theme.
well is almost polar opposite to his brother, right? And I love
Yeah.
that dynamic.
Oh,
I
he's
love
so
it so much.
cool.
It's so cool. And he's just like he's gonna make his own freaking dynasty. It sucks
Mhm.
knowing about, you know, what's happening with the whole DLC
Yeah,
and stuff.
afterwards,
it
yeah,
hurt
it's
his
very
story a little
sad.
bit. But
Yeah.
even then, like he
He's
was
so
the guy that had the
loyal.
villain story, and you kind of were rooting for him a little bit.
Yeah, his
once you-
loyalty is undeniable.
Yeah.
I don't know, I
I
like
fight.
him a lot.
Let's
I'm gonna.
let's
Yeah.
check the requirements, right? Sorry, because I feel like we've been loosey goosey a little bit with it. With
The
some we were
style?
punishing a little bit more. Yeah.
Hi,
Style
Carlos,
wise,
what's up?
loved it. Loved the fight a lot.
you have names, but
There's
not
there's
Grius?
the
Okay.
self heal, and then there's the wing version of him where
Calm
he
down.
goes.
No, I
there's-
will not.
Okay, one thing I don't like,
He's one of
his
my
reach
favorites.
is questionable. There's been many times where
Yeah.
I did not get hit, but I got hit.
Yeah, his
Mm.
his hitboxes,
I
but
don't mind
the
bleeding
blood
fire. The
flame.
bleeding fire is fine. The bleeding fire is fine for me. I think that's cool. It's one of my favorite types of magic or types of damage
Why
deal
not?
dealing things. So I was okay with that. It wasn't too much of an issue.
It's all in
but
good fun.
Just his hitboxing on you was a little bit troublesome here and there.
Okay.
Yeah, his hitboxes are
Uh,
a bit funky, even like hitting
his
him.
his arena is really good.
Yes.
I like his arena too.
Yeah, his arena is really cool. Getting to where he is also really cool, and it's not such a
Yes.
bothersome run to be able to
Yes,
fight him again.
right. His whole
Yes.
area is very nice, and you can get there quick. And
And the fact that you can see it from Siafra as well.
That's so
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
So
That's
cool.
So-
okay.
Yeah.
So you go. So
I
You
want
don't
to
have
say
to watch
that
me. Everything's okay.
fighting him as a co-op made the fight better for me.
Enjoy,
I
Tarnish.
genuinely felt like he is your like stereotypical raid boss, and his attack moves and everything, it feels like it was intended for multiplayer play.
Interesting.
And I'm hoping that in the Night Rain we're gonna get more stuff like
Mo.
because I think they
Okay.
did a really
Okay.
good job.
yeah, would
Yeah.
like from what I'm hearing is he's kind of like a raid boss, right? He's that good, right?
Yeah. He was awesome. And his Nihil, that basically when you get that,
Yes.
it's game breaking.
Yes.
Like that is just
But it's got its
phenomenal.
counter,
The stuff
you
that
know,
you
the
get
fact
from
that it's
him.
got its
Yeah.
counter,
It's so good. And the
also
fact that he's
its
so
weapon
I
in
love
the game.
him as a character because he's so like soft and like gentle when he's like talking to Mikola, and he's like talking to Mikola, and then he turns around and he's just like this absolute
Instant
badass.
change.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it's so cool. He's just I don't know. I love him. Love him
Yeah.
to bits.
Okay, so Espatware.
I don't think for me, not as is he as good as Chad Free or is he not as good as Chad Free?
I think he's in between.
You think it's
In
between?
between Placidus Axe and
I say
Horlu.
after.
I also think after.
Okay, cool. Because
Sorry.
Horlu's still like Horlu. I look forward more to Horlu's fight than I do to Merc.
I think they're same level for me. They're on the same level for me.
Damn, I don't know how to do that. Can I just fuse their
No.
pictures? One?
Oh my gosh, Fuse Mogan. Isn't he technically his son?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically they are
Okay, is
fused
it
together.
fine? Are we okay?
Yeah.
You want me to
Let's
push
move
in
on.
between?
No, that's good.
Okay.
I'm happy.
Cool. One of the
Ah.
fan favorites, Melania.
S.
You know what? Yeah, I'll put it. I'll put it as low S.
Sure, low S is fine.
I'll be on the controversial side today then.
Sure.
Okay, for this
Yeah.
one. Let me try my best to make her a problem.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
Okay, let's move on.
I know I'm trying. Hold on. Okay, I'm not used to this.
I mean, I can do it easily enough. If you
I'm
want.
not used
I
to
think-
talking smack about Melania.
Melania,
Except when
yeah, okay.
when I'm busy fighting her.
Okay, in terms of moveset, right? Okay. I
She
think
glides like a queen.
her problem that takes away from her fight is going to be the waterfowl.
No,
dance,
my wife.
right?
No, she's your wife.
Because
she's
okay,
100%
first there's
your
two
wife,
moves that I would
legit.
say are a problem for me personally. One is waterfowl, which is not personally. That's for everyone. But no, rot explosion is pretty easy to deal with. The skeletons that she like sends towards you, I've never successfully dealt with that. I wouldn't put her in S purely because it's an RNG fight for me. I go in and what dictates
Let me
my
try my
winning
best.
or my win is going to be whether or not she uses waterfowl dance more than 2 or 3 times.
I see. So what you're saying
Yeah.
is that for you, it's a B tier because skill issues.
No.
Honestly,
If
if
I
you
were to
get
say-
really good at the frost part, then you don't have to worry about the.
Okay. So put in retrospective to Moke, right? Who we've put in S. Imagine if he couldn't use Nihil 4 or 5 times. Would that make the fight better?
if he couldn't use
If he
Nihil.
could, if he used,
Uh,
like I'm saying, like he uses Nihil, it's a 3-hit combo, but if he could use it again later to give him his HP back, how would you feel?
I think
I
it's two
think
completely different fights. It's very difficult to put
No, no,
them.
no. She
I
heals on
think
hit. She would heal back as much as he would, and she can use it and spam it over and over again.
yeah. So I think the big difference is that you need to be able to deal with it in some way or form. For the Nihil, you have an item that you can use that's like
Yeah, the bubble thing.
dedicated
Fair.
that is dedicated to being able to counter it. Whereas I think for Millennia, you don't necessarily have a dedicated item, at least not that I'm aware of.
Doesn't that hurt it more because you don't have something that can kind of like
Um,
eliminate the issue
Yeah,
of
but
her.
she is a test your strength kind of boss. She's not a I'm lore imbued and I want you
so,
to fight me
so
to
the,
get an insanely good item kind of boss.
so here's my take though, is that the Nihil is entirely
Yeah.
unavoidable.
Die to
No,
her and
there's a
she's still
range.
in
You
the
can get out
waterfall
of it.
animation. She even heals from your corpse. Yeah,
As
it's
a single
crazy.
player, can you?
Yeah, you can. I've been far away enough for him to not be able to hit me.
I see, but is that because you walk into the thing and just use the Bolt of Death and don't give him a chance to fight
No,
and cheese the game?
no. He was basically on the second portion of the stairs, fighting whatever my summon was, and when I saw him start to use it, I tried to run away, and I didn't get hit by it. So,
Yeah.
I think
So
but I know bringing him in. The main thing I wanted to take from his fight was the fact
the
that he
healing.
could heal, right? Because
Okay.
there's not a lot of bosses that can do that, and him being able to do it just that once already was like a wow. It's an impact. It's like, oh damn, now the tides have turned type of thing. I think her being able to do that RNG, it hurts
Yeah.
the fight.
That's
It hurts.
that's fair. That's fair. But
100%.
again,
If
I
you
think
take
that
away-
she's a test your skill kind of boss, and if you do get to like kill her using your skill, not using blasphemous blade, then it I don't know. It just
I
it makes it
agree,
all
I
the more
agree too, but
sweeter.
for me, it's not so much my skill. Like I said, I agree. I do get skill, and I do get better at fighting her, but it still comes down to an RNG thing of whether or not she's gonna spam that move.
That's
or
fair.
If you,
Mm.
it's let me see. Deflecting hard tier makes the fight more fun. You can block the waterfowl dance, but she still heals, right?
You can also
that's the-
roll it.
You can. There's ways to deal with it. I know there's, if you're really well trained, you can completely avoid it just by rolling 3 times. But
Legit.
I'm not so much like that, right?
I think
and
legit
then-
has no hit her before.
Yeah, no, there's many people who
Yeah.
have, and I think
I will give you a point of contention as far as Millennia goes. I think Millennia is quite possibly the only boss in the game where it could very much be locked out based on the class that you pick.
oh yeah, 100%.
I think based on that, I personally experienced it pretty badly, and
Yeah, you were just too OP.
Millennia was the reason why I became less stubborn and I actually played the game properly.
That's
And
true
changed my
too. I
build
haven't
and
seen
stuff
Karma in
to
such
go
a
and deal
long
with her.
time. My
But
goodness.
that's a
Because
testament to her
up
fight.
until that point, I could literally just brute force my way through the game and bend it to my will instead of actually playing smart.
Yeah. Yeah, she
Um,
really does. She forces you to like rethink everything and play smart and like really test your skills and everything, which is why I love her. Cuz
And yeah, that
yeah.
was the point I was going to make as
Sorry.
well, is that that's kind of like you want
Put toy.
something
Okay, cool.
in a
Okay.
game like that,
When
and
they
I
come
think
in,
it's
then
very
maybe
good that they made it
I'll
an
hopefully
optional
remember
fight.
that.
Because realistically, Millennia isn't that difficult if you play smart.
Mm.
And I think it can be an extraordinarily fun fight to have. I think it's just up until that point, a lot of people kind of try and stuff square blocks through circular holes, and they use enough force and a decent enough build to get around it.
Yeah.
And I
That's
think
fair.
that's where Millennia really shines and why she should be S tier. Because she brings something to the game and she forces you to have to deal with some mechanics that people might never actually deal with. For example, changing your class, changing your build, trying different things out.
The healing and stuff as well, yeah. Yeah, we haven't
Yeah.
even gotten to her voice, yeah.
So I want to
Agreed.
take away a big part of her fight, which is the healing. And I want to see if you would feel any different if we gave that ability to someone else.
So
Malekith.
I think
Yeah. That's who I'm thinking as well. If Malekith could heal back when he went into his second phase.
Oh, it would make him so difficult.
Okay, so I think a very big difference there is that Malekith has got range.
She's got range.
I mean, in her second phase she does.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
does.
but realistically, her
And
second
she
phase
closes
isn't a real
range too.
Yeah.
Also,
So I think
Wifi.
that was kind of how they balanced it out fairly well, in my opinion.
I also think she's
was-
very well balanced.
You can't, like, if you give a wizard the ability to just stand behind a bubble and heal up from any potential damage caused, which is essentially what Malekith is, right? His bubble is the fact that for most builds you won't be able to reach him on a wall.
Yeah.
And so now if you add that towards, like if you add that in addition to the fact that if he then does manage to hit you, he then gains life back, I think it entirely takes away a lot of that skill-based feeling of fighting Millennia. Because
To make sure that she doesn't hit you, yeah.
with the blade fall, like obviously, like with the thing,
Waterfall.
It sucks. It sucks. But you feel like there is the potential for you to be able to work around it by blocking it or timing it perfectly or something. With like a range attack, especially with Malik, it's like massive, like a long slash that he does.
And the fact that it also eats away at your health, I think that already, if you added health to that would break him.
I meant so like it was gonna replace that.
Oh.
Instead of doing damage like that to you, he would heal on hit. The fact that he could like get back to full HP in Malekith's state would be pretty insane. I wouldn't really like the fight like that because his movement's a little bit more like
erratic.
Insane.
Yeah. Well, for everything said, like she tends to give you quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
I think she's like the most walking boss in the whole game.
Yeah.
As hard as I try, I can't disagree. I think she's S as well. I really enjoy her fight. I always look forward to it.
Yeah, I also do. I had sleepless nights leading up to her fight the first time. I really did. I had nightmares where she was in my nightmares. But she's such a good fight. I enjoyed every bit of it. I really liked it. And then mentioning music and her voice. Yes.
Love.
Yes.
Arena as well. I think you guys had already said that.
Yeah.
Too.
Beautiful. The butterflies, gorgeous.
She's naked. That's F tier.
You mean? Okay, cool.
Did you say F or S?
I think you said F. Family-friendly streams.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say immediately because she's naked, she's S. Which I do not have the opinion of. Thank you very much.
Speaking of,
I like her
here
butterflies.
because just she's the only boss that's ever just yeeted herself off a cliff instead of facing me.
Oh yeah, true. Fair for you.
Clipped through the ground. That's very
She heard you took out Radeon and she was like, "Oh, I'm out.
Yeah.
F tier because of the Halic tree. Getting to her. I don't like the Halic tree. Those roots. My god.
They do give you a nice thing where she's the spawn is like.
Yeah, for sure. But getting to her.
Excuse me. Okay, are we putting it right at the top though? Or...
No, I still prefer Placidus Axe.
Okay, I'm good with that. I don't really know where to put her.
I think
All of
that's
them, I
okay.
think.
I'm okay with
Yeah.
that because I think
Yeah.
I look forward to her fight more than I do Godfrey's.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
All right. Okay, we're getting to the halfway point at this point, which is kind of crazy. It's
Yeah.
already
Good,
been
okay.
2.5 hours. Elden Beast, and I'm gonna ask, can we please include Radagon because it is you
That's
need to
fair.
go through him.
Yeah, no,
in
that's
order to
fair.
get
That's
this.
fair.
It's to
I
get it done.
don't like that. It's two entirely different fights and
But you
feelings.
have to do it to get this
No,
remembrance.
it makes sense to me. That's fair for me because you do
You
need to
can't
fight Radagon.
fight.
It's you can't
I get
fight
that you
Elden Beast without
need
Radagon.
you get that you need to fight Radagon. It's just for me, I would put Radagon much lower than Elden Beast.
Yes, I know, and I'm sorry, but I think that needs to take away from the Elden Beast.
Okay,
Mm.
I mean that's fair.
That's why.
It's a very sponsored
Because
style.
you are fighting Radagon technically because he becomes the blade.
Yes,
He becomes the Elden Blade.
because Radagon as well. I think he's got the most problems
Yeah.
out of all of the bosses for me in terms of hitboxing. I've swung and went straight through his arms a couple of times, and then he's also just like he's that guy when he's charging an attack on some other dude, and then you're across the map, and he's like, "Psych, I was coming for you the whole
Ugh,
time."
I hate that
Um,
so much.
And your reactions to
Yeah,
him,
you
they're a
did
lot
that
more punishing.
insanely well,
Like if you
legit. I
don't,
loved watching you do that fight. That
um,
was absolute
I don't know how I'm
insanity.
trying to
You
say it,
did
but like
so well with that fight.
him
That was
doing
so
things
crazy.
like that, you don't really get a lot of reaction time for it.
Yeah.
No, I get
It's way more punishing.
Yeah.
But I agree. Personally, for Radagon, I have more issue with dealing with him because again, it's kind of more like the RNG thing. He's got a couple of moves if he doesn't use
He's so
Chill.
spammy. He's
But-
so spammy.
He's so spammy.
And
That's my
And sometimes
biggest
he
issue.
doesn't give you like enough time between his movements, like some other bosses, where you can
Yes.
actually hit them. And I hate that. Like he's so choppy changey. Like the times that you can hit him is like all over the place sometimes. And I hate that. I really hate it.
I wouldn't say he's F, but I would put him like BC. Like, because there are
C.
some things that I really like about his fights as well. Like, I do like that arena. I know I don't like
His music, the dun, dun,
which is cool. Just cinematically
so good.
very. Also, points away for the blinding, flashing light going.
Yes,
into his-
please, can we?
Oh my
Although
word.
that has kind of become a meme every time anything fades to ridiculous bright light. I'm just like, oh, hello, Radagon. So,
yeah.
so it has become a little bit of a
oh,
meme.
I don't.
I-
Yeah. Do you have anything else to say about him?
I want to say that he's, for me, he just feels like Renala turned up to like 100. And I really enjoy the Renala fight more than Radagon because you get to see the magic and you get to see the flurry. Whereas with Radagon, like you don't
That's
get
fair,
the
RK.
chance to really appreciate the fight. It's very
Yeah.
much a do or die kind of thing.
Mm.
And there is no like standing back and trying to observe the fight or anything like that. It's
Mm.
very much
aggressive, dude.
It's also
Yeah,
really
like-
tough because you go in for Radagon and you have like your weapons and everything so like smoothed out and you can kill him so easily. And then
Exactly.
Elden Beast and you do no damage. That
Yep.
irritates me too.
Yep. And I get that that's part of the experience. You're supposed to feel like that and you're supposed to be able to change between, but I just don't. Okay. Before, again, we linger too much on him.
Mhm.
Let's try and move on to the Elden Beast itself. I don't think I have the same opinion as you guys, so I'm gonna let you guys go first.
I don't like him.
He
He
I'm not a
moves too
very big
much.
fan. He
It
moves
And-
too
turns out
fast.
And
I
his
have the
holy
same
attacks are
opinion.
ridiculous. His stars, I hate it.
I want to say one thing that I've said many times.
I like it.
He feels like a Genshin weekly boss.
Interesting.
I don't like that because it was there's one specific boss in Genshin where he becomes kind of immortal, or you just need to run and jump around things in order to not get like bad damage on you. And it feels like that, right? Like when he goes up into the air, I know you can hit him, but most people don't try and shoot him while he's in the air.
Yeah, for sure.
There's maybe like
Okay, yeah, I
2 or 3
get you.
weapons that
It's
can
a
actually
skill that
reach
I
him.
haven't learned
When he goes
a
into the air,
lot
you immediately
either.
need to
So
go
I
into
think
the
that's
mind of,
probably
okay,
why.
start
It's a
running in a
skill issue.
direction and jump.
And hope.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that too much in that specific fight. For a final boss fight, that could have been cool on some of the smaller bosses and stuff, but I didn't like it for the final fight.
His
I wanted it
appearance
to be more hands-on.
Yeah. His appearance to me was also just so random. Like I didn't
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was under the impression that we were gonna fight Radagon and then he was
And
gonna
then
turn into
America,
Marika.
right?
So I
It
was
would've
so excited.
been
The
cool.
whole freaking game, everyone keeps talking smack about Marika. I
America,
have to
and we
fight
don't even get to
Godfrey,
back
who
her
gave up
ourselves.
everything to become the Elden Lord for Marika.
Yeah.
And then we fight this guy? Not
To think
Marika?
that
It
this is
just
the
was so
the god version
disappointing.
as well, like the higher version of what the dragons had their own higher version as well. Like this doesn't seem like something that would overthrow and conquer. You know, it's if
It
it
looks
was
like
if
something
it
that's
was
like
Marika,
mind control.
they could have easily just made Marika be this thing because this thing didn't have a physical form, right?
Yeah.
It's if it just became her, it would make sense. And I think a lot of people would agree that it should have just been straight up Marika and it would have been a better fight. She could probably still use the same half of the same moves and it still would have made it feel better if it was just her
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Like same arena, same music, everything, but maybe not the same music, but like
The arena
her
could be a bit
instead of
more
this
as well,
beast.
please.
Like it just felt so
Felt like a
arbitrary.
cop-out.
Mm,
It felt like a cop-out. It felt like
Yeah.
they had built up the story so much that
mm.
they didn't know what to make the big bad evil at the
Yeah,
end.
it did.
And
But it was so
it
clear.
became
Yeah.
a voidless, like formed creature. And I personally think that the attacks and things were cool. I really enjoyed that you had more time to be able to have a look at the cool attacks and stuff.
Yeah, it was very pretty, very showy, very flashy.
Yeah,
But-
sure.
But yeah, dude, the fact that it's an endgame boss, trash.
Also,
Absolutely.
sound design. I really enjoy hitting him. It jingles. It's nice.
Mm.
It's a very nice sound.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true. That's nice, I guess.
But again, just I think it's definitely the lore section that takes away from it. Just because you know when if you're watching a movie, right, and you're being shown that this person's the bad guy the whole time, they're doing all these despicable things. You see them enact some of these crazy, dangerous, scary things, and then right at the end that person is just like, oh lol, I was not the problem, here's this random thing that you've never met before, this is a real bad guy. That is like, you have no real connection or understanding of what that thing is, and it
Exactly.
could ruin a movie for you. That's what it did for the game. It's like,
Yeah.
and it was like, you look forward to so much before the final fight, and then that final fight is like, okay, let's get it done with, kind of thing. And that,
Yeah.
that sucks because I really wanted it to be more.
I personally feel like Millennia is harder than the older
Yes,
older
yes.
ones.
Yeah.
I've always
Yeah.
left her just before because I know that I'm
Also a
gonna
lot more fun.
spend more time on her than I'm gonna spend on the final one.
Yeah.
Speaking of like first experiences for him though, I think I took like 12 times to get it down, which in retrospect as well is not that good. Like I feel like final bosses compared to other games, not even just Souls, like usually final bosses take me hours,
A lot, yeah.
well over 20 attempts. So I feel like he would probably, even though he was difficult to deal with, like he was easy to learn and the easy to avoid, should I say. There's a lot of his moves that you can very, very easily avoid. It's just a matter of him. When you get to him, it's a matter of flask management.
Yeah,
You
no,
try
for
and
sure.
get your heads in and get the flasks for when you're greedy, but majority of the time you can avoid most of his stuff if you're not trying to be aggressive.
I
think,
really
yeah,
struggled
it's
with that fight just because of Radagon leading up to him. Because
Do you-
I changed how I was fighting Radagon so that I could fight the Elden Beast better.
You played the majority of the game as a bleed character as
And
well.
yeah, and then I really struggled, so I swapped over to using the Black Flame Tornado on the Godskin Peeler,
Yeah,
because
and
that like melted the Elden
melted.
Beast. But then you have to
Also-
stand still next to Radagon and use
also-
that. It is the
oh,
worst idea ever. So
Yes.
it was really difficult to fight him straight after Radagon for me. So I really struggled with that fight, and I took really, really long, but it was because of the two contrasting bosses straight after one another, and it was like my first time ever doing something like that.
Yeah.
That was
Mhm.
my problem with it, and that's why I also really didn't like the Elden Beast, because it just felt I would have much preferred it, yeah, being Radagon in America, because then I guess there would have been a better chance for someone who then has like a specific bleed that or a specific build that they use the whole way through. But yeah, so I struggled quite a bit.
Do you think if they
okay.
separated the fights, like if you could kill Radagon and then you get sorry, what is it called?
Like a side of
Side of
grace.
grace, and then
Yeah.
that side of grace took you to that realm, would that have made it a little bit better?
I think
I
think for story reasons, sorry, Toxic. I think for story reasons it would have made sense if you kill Radagon and then you get to talk to Marika, and then she gives you some kind of explanation, and then the Elden Beast comes out. I feel like that would have been like more like explaining to the lore already, and then having that chance to then change build so that you can fight the Elden Beast. I feel like it wouldn't make the fight hard enough as a final fight, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
the fight with the Radagon Elden Beast straight after one another is what made it difficult. But if
Yeah.
you separated the two, it would take away from how difficult it is, because you have to think smart, like on your toes, instead of just doing the same thing you had been.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Topic, what did you want to say?
that was basically what I was gonna come down to as well, is that I don't have any issue with gauntlet style fights. I think that it's a very good notion
Yeah,
as
that's
like
fair, Arcade. That's
a
very fair
final boss
too.
fight to have a gauntlet style fight. I think my biggest issue is just the fact that I feel like Radagon was,
Me
was
too.
harder.
Me too, Hero
And the
Brian.
Elden
Me
Beast.
too.
Yeah, he was. He was.
and that's a problem. Like it's a problem if your opening act is better than
you
your
are. Yeah.
Yeah,
made.
exactly. And more of the reveal and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay,
agree.
think
Let's go. What are we thinking?
low C for me.
Yeah, low C for me
Yeah.
too. I agree with that. Just
Yeah,
because
would
of the
you-
disappointment.
If I had to be like brutally honest, I would say F, just because I feel like FromSoft could do a better job at a final boss.
If you think about the voices and the music and the arenas, though, I think that pushes it up.
True. Yeah,
Mhm.
it does. It does. I would say high C. Like, I'm sorry, it is better
Higher
all-
than Godric.
I think it's higher than all of them personally.
Yeah, okay. I actually, yes. Higher than
that's
Astel.
fair.
That's fair. I'm okay with that.
Okay, is it right at the top or?
Do we consider?
Yeah,
I
yeah, we
think
can put
we're
it right at the
considering the
top. It's
fact
still-
the
it's still
how
a
we
good
just play it
arena fight.
now.
And the music as well. Like the
RK is
music.
Very pretty.
asking a very important question. Are we considering the fact that we can use Torrent with the Elden Beast
So,
fight now?
I
Not
was
really.
gonna use it against it earlier, but I decided to jump over it for time's sake.
That's
But
fair.
yes, the fact that that was only added in like when the DLC came out. So the game was out for like what, a year, 2 years? And then they were like, oh yeah, we realized people were having an issue with him teleporting all over the place. Let's actually give them torrent now.
I think it made the fight
before-
even simpler though,
Yes.
as a final
Yeah.
fight.
I think it pushes it up for me because it alleviates needing to worry about the thing that I don't like, which is people teleporting all over the map. But the fact that they needed to even implement that kind
Yeah.
of like tells you how bad the fight was before it. So
Yeah.
I think we're fine where it is. I'm happy
Yeah,
with
that's
this.
fair. Yeah, because it is. We're running.
Thank
Let's
you.
go, the juicy part. Okay,
Yes.
DLC. This is stuff that we
Hey,
haven't
Jen and
fought together.
Kellen, how you
so it's
doing?
gonna
Welcome,
be a little
welcome.
bit more controversial, I think.
Been good. How about you?
I have only fought all of these guys like maybe twice, I think. I don't know about you guys. Have
Only
you guys
once.
only once?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's very good. It's gonna be very short, I think. What is
You
this
think?
first
Okay,
guy?
cool.
Dancing Lion, right?
The Dancing Lion, yes.
I liked it.
My experience, I went in and I was a lot more prepared than I was for some of the other people. So he was a little bit easier than I think most people faced him than what I faced, because I had gotten quite a few of the Erd Tree, the scattered
Scatter tree
thing.
fragments, yeah.
Yeah, I had quite a few. So when I went into the fight, I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 tries, and then I got him.
Yeah, I also got him
So I
quite
think
easily.
I was a little bit more prepped up. Like if we talk about that hippo though, I suffered. Um, but he was after the hippo, and I see a lot of people went against him before the hippo, and I
How
feel
about
like
you,
that would have
Tanika?
made the fight a lot crazier.
Oh, yeah,
Because
I did
he
that.
does damage.
I
He
did that.
does damage.
Mm,
But I love the changing. I love it. It's so nice going
Yeah.
between all the elements that he has. It was so cool. And the
I-
resets for him being like it's 2 people in there, right? That's how it is in my
I was
brain.
cursed out by a 12-year-old. Oh
Or
gosh,
is it
I'm
one
so
person?
sorry. Yeah, how was the event
That's
on
funny.
Fortnite?
I like it. Traditional lion dance vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved that too. I love the mask and like the reveal and him like getting up and being this like puppet and things, and like him jumping around and
He's
doing
the
all those
explorer
twirly
who was so
whirlies in the
good.
sky
Yeah.
and stuff. And just like the way he looks as well is just, oh, he's so cool. His music as well being so like inspired by like traditional, I think, Chinese music and stuff.
Tiny,
It was so cool, like that whole reveal, the music, everything. I loved. He was my first DLC boss, and I was like, this sets the tone. And then I faced the hippo, and I was so disappointed. So I loved him. He was so cool. He was so cool.
I have a question.
Yes.
Isn't
That's
it
fair.
also
That's
the
fair.
secret boss?
Yes.
Like right towards
Yes,
the
it
end.
is the secret boss as
Yeah,
well.
I liked it.
A
I
tier for
genuinely
me.
enjoyed
Same high A
the
tier, I
lion
would
dance.
He
say.
has Deathblight, believe it or
Forgot
not.
to look
We
at
were,
the
we were
freaking
bashing
ice cube
Deathblight
thing.
earlier,
It
but
just
he
reminded
made
me.
Deathblight a
Oh,
little
really?
bit more
Oh,
dangerous.
what ice
Yeah,
cube
I
thing?
really enjoyed it.
I didn't know there was an ice cube thing.
And then to
You did a
to,
dual stream though,
answer the
like
question,
on
I
YouTube
think
and on Twitch.
Panda, well, not to answer the question, I wanted to just make a cheeky statement, which is if you say Asian like culture, I mean like Chinese culture, there's a strong chance you might offend like 1 or 2 people.
I'm sorry. I
You
meant
can
like
just say
Southeast Asian. I'm not sure.
culture.
Sure.
If you just say Asian culture, then you're offending a whole bunch of people, and that's much better.
Southeast Asian? I don't know. I'm not
Then
sure
you're
exactly.
reducing the
I thought that
numbers
it
again.
was
You have to try
Chinese.
and maximize offense. 'Tis the season.
Oh my gosh. I think that the lion dance is traditionally Chinese though, so I don't think yeah. Anyway.
Tell us
That's why
otherwise
it's
in chat
outer
with the
world
donation.
politics. Yeah.
Ugh, gross.
Do you think Esther? I don't know why it doesn't sit well with me for it
Yeah.
being Esther.
We're
'cause I
saying
just,
high
as much as
A
I liked
or
it,
yeah.
I feel like there are a few more that I just liked a little bit more, and I don't want to put him in the same like class as some
Oh,
of
I
these
see. I
bangers at the
see.
top
Yeah,
there.
me too. I want to do
so
Twitch maybe
that was
next
kind of the
year.
question I was going to ask
So,
as well is
let's-
are we basing the DLC on just the DLC alone, or are we keeping
No, it's
base game
kind
alone too?
of in between.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can compare it to the base game bosses for sure, I
Alright.
think.
Yeah.
In that case, I would say like A,
Yeah.
definitely,
good with
definitely
A.
above B.
Yeah.
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 Okay,
It was so
cool.
it was so
Let's say-
different. I loved it. It was so different to anything else we'd fought. It was so cool.
Where though?
Low A for me. I think
Low A for me too.
under Margaret.
Yeah,
above-
under Margaret is
above,
fine, yeah.
Cool. Let's go. Rolana. I really liked it.
Oh.
I really liked it.
was cool.
She made me see the flaw a lot. She hurt me. It was, but I really liked the mix between the magic and fire already, and then her movement and her weapons as well. Her armor too. Her armor is the one that I like. My two favorite armors in this is like Malekith and hers. And
Okay.
hers wins in the same sense as Malekith's. I don't like either of the helmets, so as long as I don't need to use those, I think they look the best.
So we're talking about aesthetics specifically.
Yes.
Okay.
Not to add towards the thing though. It's just my little like 2 cents.
It's okay. Elden fashion is a thing.
Right.
Souls,
That is,
souls
yes,
fashion.
yes.
Fashion souls and
Fashion stuff.
things.
I think there's a lot that was left to be desired for her in the sense of other requirements. Like, I'm sorry, the music wasn't amazing. It was kind of meh.
I can't even remember the music, to be honest.
It's slow.
The
I remember
arena
it being
was also
really
a bit meh.
Yeah,
It was the same.
exactly. That
Wasn't
was
it the
cool.
same as Loretta's?
Similar. So the nice little tidbit there is that like she left the what manor is that
Sure.
Loretta's in? So the
Carrion
one with
Manor.
Loretta, yeah, Carrion Manor. That ring was a meeting place for all of the like higher ups in the family, right?
Yeah.
You can see in Loretta's one, there's all of those chairs because everyone was there. But
Yeah.
in hers, it's only her chair because she left, and that's kind of cute. I like it. It's
That's
nice little
kind
like.
of sad.
I liked it. I thought it showed her story as well, or not showed, but like
Sure. Sure.
gave
Legit. Yeah,
towards
she
her
is a
story.
little.
I think she's out here alone, for Mesmer, right? It was for Mesmer. She left to be with him. Was it Mesmer
Yeah.
or Mikkel? I'm pretty sure it was Mesmer.
I
Okay.
think Mesmer. I think it was Mesmer. That's my problem, is that I don't know enough about the lore, and I was hoping that we can learn more about the lore in our playthrough next week. I think
Yes,
next
yes.
week might change our opinion on
Some of
these
these-
bosses
yeah,
as well.
We can make
but-
a backtrack as well if we finish
If we
it
want
early.
to, yeah.
But
But-
I have these opinions, but I don't think she's A. I don't think she's that good. I do think she was fun. But I think she was kind of normal.
Really, I didn't even
in
know
the
about
sense of
that.
being a boss.
So many frame traps, yeah. I didn't know about that,
Yeah.
RK.
Yeah, I would say under the champion of the main, maybe.
Under.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, next to Renala makes sense to me, but
It's-
I'm not.
it's
I
the-
don't
it's
really
the-
mind which side.
There isn't a transition.
Yeah.
There isn't much of an arena thing that really happens and stuff. So that's
You
kinda
are
just my
fighting
thought.
her and not her daughter, though. There is that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
just like throwing that in.
I
It's
know,
cool
I
that you do kind of get to fight Rani.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
You guys can. What is the next one?
I'm gonna move
Mesmer.
him. I'm gonna move him because I think
Oh?
him and those they're a little bit more to talk about. So we'll leave it for a little bit near.
Ah, okay. I was getting ready.
Sorry, do you want to? Like we
No,
can.
it's okay.
Remind? Okay.
What is this guy
Um,
called? I killed him so quickly.
Dude, yeah. Okay.
Shadow of the
What is he called?
I don't know his name.
Shadow of the Horseman.
Shadow of the Horseman.
Mhm.
It's some weird like Hallis name or something.
Yeah.
Freaky looking dude, though. Oh my gosh. I know basically nothing about them.
I'm gonna quickly run to the bathroom. I'll be
Yeah, no
back. But you
problem.
guys can start the discussion song.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can figure out his name so long.
Yeah, I'm searching now. It was Putrescent Night. Putrescent Night. I think
tried without
he-
spelling. Sorry, everyone.
His I don't know, getting to his fight was weird. Being in his fight was weird. It was very quick as well.
Mm.
It was cool using the new type of magic, but it wasn't I don't know, it wasn't tough.
I think his horse is cooler than he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because his horse gives like, what is that? Like creature that's like the water. It's the water horse, right?
Yeah.
It gives water horse vibes, and that was cool for me. But other than that, like jumping down into that chasm was really cool. I'm not gonna take away from that. That was intense. I've never had to do that before, so that was pretty intense.
Yeah.
His arena is very pretty with the purple flowers and everything, and it's very
Yeah.
big and nice, but his arena works to his downfall because you just use lightning against him and he dies so quickly.
Yeah, he did. I don't actually think
So-
the flowers were there though. I think the flowers were in the other section.
No, I think the flowers were in his arena as well. I remember lying down in the water with the flowers and taking a picture.
Okay, cool. Was that there though, like with his fights, or did that? I suppose it wouldn't
Oh,
have shown.
I don't know.
afterwards.
I can't remember.
Mm,
The
I
fight,
don't-
honestly, was like not very
Very short.
memorable to me.
same.
Centrina's is more memorable to me than this fight is. Like Centrina with her little like pocket of heaven with the flowers and everything. That was more memorable to me than this fight. And the
Centrina.
cave
Yeah. okay,
leading
I see.
up to this fight is also like a lot more memorable with those stupid
Stupid
eye
laser
beam
beams.
things. Oh
Yep,
my word.
Yep.
But this fight itself, meh.
Meh. Same. I agree. I don't. I think I'm probably gonna say C.
Yeah, I can't even
maybe.
remember the music. It
Mm,
wasn't annoying to fight like Astal. I think
Yeah,
the music of the spirit is better because I can't even remember the music of this guy.
Yeah. I would even put him behind like Godfrey or Godric. Sorry.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. He just. I don't know. I feel like I didn't care too much about it.
Yeah, I also didn't care too much.
When I did
It was
the
pretty meh.
weapon randomizer, he was a little bit tough because I kept on getting magic based weapons. But once I
Ooh.
did the first thing that I got that wasn't magic based, I absolutely wiped him. It was
Oh
great.
yeah. Low C, RK says low C for sure. Oh wow, people don't like him. Straight up.
Yeah,
Yeah. He was really
Right.
like underwhelming.
What time?
for sure.
Alright.
Okay,
Have we decided what his name
hold
is?
on. Yeah, give your Spitfire your views quickly, and then.
Okay. Okay. For this one, I would say S tier, 100%.
That's fair. Yeah, we're also gonna
feedback.
see because we're playing seamless co-op with the
Okay, we
DLC
need to
next
receive.
week, so we'll also see after that.
I would say probably not an F tier for the same reason that Godric is an F tier. I think the one redeeming quality is like the arena that you fight in, and that you have like a cool like plunge that you have to take to get
Yeah,
there.
that's what
Yeah.
it said too,
I think I personally, when I think of this boss, I think of the horse. I think of like the fact that it looks like a hippocampus from like Greek mythology.
Yeah.
Oh, that
I-
too. Yeah.
I don't honestly know what he necessarily looks like very
Yeah.
well.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think it wasn't a super duper memorable boss. I think the fight is the arena that you fight in. It's too small to really give his like movesets and things and the horse a proper chance to
Yeah.
like shine.
Fine, for sure.
I think if it was bigger and you could have Torrent as well, I think it would be much cooler fight.
Like Elden Beast
Jousting,
arena.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, like I think it's pretty weak source, dude. I think
Yeah.
it has one like redefining feature, which is like the arena that it's in and stuff, and like even getting to him, having to do the jumps and like the tombstones and the eyes and things. It's not super
bit of a
duper
mess.
fun.
Mm.
Okay, so we said
Uh,
low C. Do you agree?
I would say the lowest C. I think the only reason
Yeah.
he's there is by the same logic that the Grafted
Yeah.
is there.
Yeah.
No, we agree.
No,
Okay,
Yeah.
let's move
Okay.
on to
Yeah.
the sunflower.
Oh. Oh.
I really liked it so much.
Of course you did. Did you bonk? Did you bonk?
I did monk.
You of course
Ah.
did. Freaking blah, 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 blah.
Bro.
Bro. Bro.
I think it was probably the only decent gauntlet challenge. in Elden Ring, in my
I didn't
opinion.
like that. I didn't like that about it. I didn't like that at all. My biggest issue with him is hitbox. So much of his, so many of his
Yeah.
attacks
Yes.
were so like stupid in like you thought you were clear and no you weren't, or
Yeah.
what shouldn't have done so much damage for some reason just did so much more because the thorn damage was weird in, you know, pre-nerf basically.
Mm.
And he kind of moved around a lot and then just like stood in a corner and started attacking nothing, and you were just like, what now?
Oh, what? I didn't see that.
Yeah, no, for me, the one time where I again, the weapon randomizer, I was using a lot of holy weapons against him. I think it was like 3 weapons in a row. So I was
Oh.
basically, it was a slog, and I wasn't able to really get him down quick enough a lot of the time. And he's stupid. Like, he did that a lot, where he would just like go to the other side, and then instead of coming to you, he would try and use all of his like close attack pattern with you far in the distance.
Oh,
Amazing.
I
That's
see.
interesting.
Yeah. I also
Yeah.
I found his thorns a little frustrating for the same reason, because sometimes it looked like it wasn't supposed to hit you, and then it did hit you, and then it did like ridiculous damage. But I agree with what Toxic is saying with like, it was the first like gauntlet thing, and I actually like the fact that he came back 3 times. I was kind of like, this is actually kind of cool. I kind of like it for the same reason that I like Millennia's fight, because it's kind of like a can you outlast it kind of thing. Also, he becomes ridiculously simple when you use fire. Like very, very, very easy. I
Also,
used
yeah.
Mesmer's Impaler on him,
Oh,
and
messed him up.
it became so freaking easy. I did so much damage to him and like melted him so quickly, and it was just, yeah, it was very easy with fire. But if you try to just straight up like hit him with like a Godskin
Lightning or
peeler,
holy, dude.
very difficult. You cannot bleed a flower, let it be known.
Yes.
I think actual fights from like a melee standpoint was pretty cool. I imagine that being a ranged character would make it even easier.
No, it wasn't. He moves too much.
He does.
Because the thing is, you need to hit him in the head, right? Because if you hit the body, you're not doing enough damage. It had such a high resistance, and I think he was already like magic resistant already. So trying to hit him in the head as well, it's like trying to hit anything in the head. Really, it moved around a lot.
The lightning as well did not work well.
I think using melee was a little bit better, especially if you used the big bonk, because you could just nick his face and then he's like, oh no, I'm stunned, I can't do anything. And then he like goes into that situation where you can go ham on his face.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Whereas
very true.
with magic, you can't stun him at all, even if you hit him in the face. You basically just have to power through until he gives you the openings.
I like the dodging to his attacks. I felt like it was like more of a dance.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Than like, you know, stuff that I think for me that's why I enjoyed the melee fight. The melee fight is because of that feeling that you're like back and forthing.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying with the phase being a difficult thing, and if you're not getting any stuns, then obviously it makes a difference.
That's why I compare it to Millennia, because it felt a little bit like you were dancing more than fighting, and you had to really like get the movement right to be able to fight it. But then there was just the unfortunate problem that some of the move sets would just hit you even though it wasn't supposed to. But I think that was just a general DLC hitbox issue, and maybe it's going to be different when we go in now. But other than that, I thought that like it slid, it like moved very cool, and you were fighting a flower that was kind of ridiculous to me. I don't know. I thought it was a cool fight. I was frustrated when I walked in the first time because I was not strong enough, but it was fun nonetheless. I quite enjoyed it. I would say lowest A for me.
Okay.
Because it was quite quite a feat
Sure.
when you got it down.
Yeah. I'm sorry. For me, like I would probably put it C.
I think I'm with Panda as far as just the fact that it's a gauntlet thing. I think that it goes above like the Renala effect. I'm also like a little bit of a sucker for the poetic notion behind it that you're finding sunflowers in a basement and they seeping darkness.
Yeah.
That was really, really cool for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I also like that area quite a bit too.
But
I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm speaking off of PTSD just because I had to fight it with
That's fair.
like early weapons, but
That's
fighting
fair.
anything in it was, I don't know. Yeah, even my first experience with it, I think I killed it really quickly. Once I started using fire magic, and I think I killed it in like the second or the third try, so I didn't need to deal too much with it aside from like the weird hitboxes really messing me up.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I would probably put it like middle C. If you guys are saying high A, would you guys be okay with putting it like at the highest B?
I wouldn't say high A. I would say low.
I mean low A.
A.
No, I mean low A.
Yeah, we
Would
can put it high B.
Highest B. I would say it.
Highest
It wasn't
B, yeah.
like in terms of the fight. I think it was okay. It was better than Renala, but I do think Renala's like build up was better. Okay, this one is a little
fair.
more subjective because we have more experience in Renala than we do with this guy.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't like him. Apparently on this side we didn't like the sunflower, sorry.
Oh, well, I'm with them, so it's fine.
What is this guy called? The stupid guy on the boar?
Don't know, but F tier sounds good. Cool.
Yep.
I rate his name starts with an R.
I didn't like him. And I think it's because we had to deal with the
Gaius.
Yeah,
Guys,
I think. Sorry, that's not R at all. Sorry.
No, I don't.
Yeah, mine's straight up like that. And it started essentially on top of me.
I think that this is where it becomes very difficult because we're talking about our experiences before they worked on the DLC and like fixed it up.
True.
So it makes it very difficult because he freaked out. He was
a bit of a
hitboxes were
broken one.
ridiculous. He was a lot. He was a lot to deal with.
And you can kind of glitch him out as well pretty easily to do damage to him.
You could.
I think it was kind of cool that you could use you could use torrent here though, but I feel like so many people didn't even get the chance because he was too much.
I like the statue tree fragments you get at the end.
Yes, after him, very rewarding.
I find him to be a good mini boss.
Yeah.
Not even.
Like the draconic tree sentinel kind of thing.
In my mind, he's like a Crucible Knight kind of level character.
Okay.
He's like draconic tree sentinel for me.
Okay.
For me, yeah, it's like a.
I'm perfectly fine. Excuse me, with putting him in F. I didn't like him. I
also don't like him.
I can't really think of anything that was redeeming for him.
Yeah.
Statue tree fragments.
That's and that's not even him, so not even his fault.
Is it not?
No, you get it, but I'm saying like you don't. It's not.
Oh, from his fight. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I don't remember the music, but I think it was the same as the tree sentinels.
I don't remember.
I also don't remember. I just really didn't like that fight. It was terrible. Yeah. And the fact that he's on a boar, shame, poor boar.
Yeah.
This next fight, I'll be honest, I can't really remember it very well.
F.
Really?
I'm so sorry.
Wow,
it was
bad.
Cool. It
what
looked
is her name?
Cool, but oh my word, did it not deliver? I'll check you now.
Well, what about the butterflies and her moves and her spear and stuff? Like it looked flashy and theatrical.
Okay, fair.
Really cool.
For that, I'll move it up to C. But tell me about this.
But the bug is kind of gross. Romina. Thank you.
Romina, yeah.
Thank you,
no,
Arcade.
I don't even think like I know we haven't really been stepping into the lore stuff for these things because we don't really know that much. But
Mhm.
I think her placement in the DLC is so not worth it, dude.
Okay,
She's
that's
in one of the
fair.
more
Yeah.
difficult places, and she's easy. She's an easy
She
boss
is an easy
that
boss.
that you could wipe the floor with, and then the moves were a little bit glitchy, but not too much that I think it would be a negative. It was it
Mm,
it had its regular like hitbox things as well, but not as bad as some of the others. It's just
yeah.
it was very lackluster. It's like she looked cool. It was a cool little like it reminded me of Quelaag, right? Okay,
Yeah.
for those who have played Dark Souls 1, sorry, Panda, but
It's okay.
that expectancy was lifted even higher because you're like, oh, an insectoid type of humanoid mix that from the other from soft games. Usually those ones, they're memorable. There's something about them that just makes them like, yeah, they did something. She did nothing.
I
Nothing for
remember
me was a
this
problem.
right now.
I don't know. I
And
thought that she
I fought her like
she
a
moved
Quelaag. She has the same weakness as Quelaag does.
What?
fire.
Just chill by the side.
No. Oh,
Fire.
your Quelaag, you chill by the side.
Yeah, you
You
chill by the side.
you danger, bro. No, she had that one shot move that I was very scared of.
Yeah, but you dodge one shot move.
But
And
this,
then,
but
and then
Fire and insecticide.
yeah, and insecticide, dude. It's a death fight.
I thought that she looked cool at least. She
She did,
moved
she
very
did.
cool. Her movements were
I
very
would-
cool.
I would
Like the
take
fact
her
that
out
she
of
would like
F
jump
just
around
because
and
she
stuff. That
looked
was
cool and
cool.
very theatrical.
But she
But
didn't have a voice. I don't remember her music. Her arena wasn't bad. I
her
didn't
arena was
think.
really pretty. I remember the arena.
And she
It was
looked
okay.
Doing very
she
pretty,
looked
but
pretty.
I don't
But I'm
know.
okay with
I-
putting her in the like
over-
low C.
Yeah, I have to agree with Cryo. I think she got placed way too late in the game.
Yeah, she was a bit
Yeah.
too easy. Like you expect, like that area
Yeah.
for me was also like heckin'
Yeah.
confusing. Like taking away from
Yes.
that part, she
Yeah.
she was just like she was too easy compared to the rest of the area for me.
Do you guys know the people with the like circular beds that
Agreed.
hide on the
Yeah,
walls
I don't
and the
know her
roofs and
very
stuff?
well,
Yes.
but
I
I
died
agree
more
with
to
you,
them than I
RK.
died to her.
Yes. 100%. I don't think
Yeah,
I died to
same.
her. I think I got her first try.
I think
Oh,
I
I
got her
didn't.
second.
Yeah, it didn't
No.
take too long with her either.
And I think that's bad. I think that's indicative. If you've got NPCs in the area that you're in, that's stronger than a boss.
Yeah,
Mob
even
food.
the furnaces.
And okay. Do you, so not F because she does have some redeeming qualities, being like the theatrics and
Yeah.
apparently the arena. For me, I was sick of the whole like floral stuff by the time I got to her, mainly because I got lost a lot. So
Yeah,
when we got there,
mid to low
it was
C.
kind of a phase, like a fuzz room for me. I don't really remember what it looked like
Oh.
exactly.
No,
Everything
the
kind of like
butterflies were gorgeous.
the butterflies.
It was so cool when she like
But
sent
they
them out and
did
stuff.
nothing, dude. That was so sad. Like they should have immediately put rot on you. Like if just like
Yeah,
2 or 3
yeah.
of them hit you. But they knew
I-
that they couldn't give you that weapon because and it being that strong because it would have been a bit crazy. But
yeah,
I just wish the butterflies had more impact
more.
in her.
Me too. I wish they made the weapon a little bit stronger because I was so
Yeah.
excited to use it and then it
Use
kind of
it, and
like
it's
fell
garbage,
through.
bro. It's so bad.
I would put her
Okay,
higher
do
than
you-
Water Horse.
Higher than Water Horse, higher than
Yeah.
Godric.
Mm.
Oh, higher than wait. When you say Water Horse, you mean him?
Yeah,
Okay.
not higher
Godric?
than Godric, no.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Because I think
Hey,
Godric
Kaiden.
gives a really
What's
cool
wrong?
great rune at least. But like her weapon was really sad.
Yeah.
Oh, high PvP potential apparently against newer players.
Yeah.
That's really
because
mean,
Yeah,
RK. Leave the
like-
newer players alone.
Next.
Rusty spoons have got a
Murder.
higher success rate against new players. That's a bad statement.
That's
why-
true.
why
I
is
feel like
that
you have
so
way
low?
too much experience in this game, RK. You're not allowed to go up against the newer
Yeah.
players.
People asking why is Estelle so low? Annoying
Why is who
fight.
so low?
Yeah,
Estelle.
that's how.
More of an annoying
Astel.
fight than yeah.
He's
and
cool.
there's a lot of
Stars.
issues. He was cool, but
We're not going to talk
again,
about it again.
yeah, well, you can go back to it
What
was
is she,
pretty
the
early
mother
on
of
in the thing.
fingers?
Yeah, murder the mother of fingers. So
Oh,
Metyr.
Kai will have timestamps for all of you guys.
Gosh, no, please. don't do this.
I've already made the promise. You have to carry through.
Bro. No, it's okay.
the
This
mother.
one I kind of liked the fight, but I don't have any solid reasons as to why. I'm like trying to think.
The forest is
The
why.
forest.
Cryo, the forest
Oh,
is
the
why.
You
forest.
are so freaking right. Yes.
We played the forest
Dude.
and then we went up against her and we were like, holy moly,
Oh,
this should have been
yeah.
the end boss in the forest.
Yeah, you're right, dude.
I thought she was cool. I thought the whole like thing leading up to her
Kinda
was really
boring.
cool. The fact
Yeah.
that you had to go underneath into like a secret chasm thing was really cool. I really liked the fight. I thought it was really cool.
I thought it was cool too. It was kind of new magic, not so much new, but like it was like a new version of the gravity magic, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And flashy, very like
Yeah.
theatrical.
I would agree. A little bit boring, yeah.
I'll be honest. Yeah, she wasn't menacing enough. She wasn't scary enough.
Yeah, I agree with
In the
you.
actual combat, like her appearance already put me on edge. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna get close to that thing.
Dude,
That was the
same.
problem. And I
Yeah.
think that they didn't deliver on that fear.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. I think it's Rykard levels. I think
Okay.
she's very much in the
Rykard
same
level.
like bracket as Rykard for me. Like very cool leading up to them, very cool arena and everything, but a little bit disappointing in terms of fighting.
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. The
Can we
overall
make?
like
Can we? Yeah, have Rykard is higher than her, I would say.
yeah. That's fine.
because he says the most or one
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
most
Iconic
memorable
I think that'll
lines.
take out the
Yeah.
fact that it doesn't talk as well. Definitely take
Yeah.
away from it. Too.
Yeah. Well, I
Oh,
mean, it doesn't
I
really
would
have
have
a
been-
mouth.
It would have been so cool if they talked to you, but like
In
Through
brain.
one of the
yeah,
grannies.
in your brain, right? In your brain.
Or through one of the
like-
grannies. One of the grannies are there just like talking to
Yeah.
you. like
While
translating.
you're fighting, and you can hit her if you want to just shut her up. She'll be like, "You'll never get away with this."
Shut
and you're
up,
just
Granny!
like,
Stop
"Shut up."
touching me!
You heard it
Whoa.
here first, folks. Cryo is in favor of being elderly.
Yeah, that's
When the elderly are like, your fingers, give them to me. Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Isn't that
Get that
all
out of
elderly
here,
people, though?
please.
Oh my word! What other people are you meeting, Toxic? Do we need to?
Like, bro, my family reunions are pretty rough. Just saying.
Do you lose your fingers?
Yes. Yes, they're like, let me kiss you. Let me eat you up. They're
Love
not
that,
joking when they
RK.
say that.
Love that. Thank
It's a
you
good
so
thing they're
much.
old
That
and
was
don't
so
have teeth
good.
anymore.
Measure the hand. Yeah. Talk to the hand. Yes,
Oh
yes,
my
yes.
word.
Got it.
Okay.
I love it.
That's
That was a
fine.
good
These three. I think there's a lot to say.
S S S S S S S.
All of them. Okay, so
No, not all of them. I even know his name. I didn't know the others' names. I know his name.
Yep. Agreed.
I like this fight.
I really liked him. The one part I didn't like was that little first fighting him, mainly because of his voice. His voice is a little bit annoying.
Creepy.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
not creepy, just annoying.
He made
Just-
me feel uncomfortable, proper uncomfortable when I walked into the room the
Um,
first time. But I loved it because the whole place was so
Yes,
spooky and creepy, and you felt like you were playing a horror game all of a sudden. Like
Mhm.
the walls are disappearing, the people are disappearing. I loved
Yeah.
the whole leading up to him, the stuff that you're learning about him and his daughter, and then getting to him, and the whole scene where he rips out his own head and
That
the
was
madness
great,
takes over
bro.
his head, and then he just like starts fighting, and
That
he's
was
like this dance
cool.
and the freaking music. Then oh my
Yes,
soul,
Yeah.
the best fight in the DLC for me, 100%.
Really? Okay.
Yes, better than Bale for me. He was so
Oh,
freaking
wow.
cool.
Yeah.
Like leading up to it,
I liked
everything
him
was
too,
so
yeah.
good.
For sure, I really liked it, and he's he was definitely one of the ones where it felt like he was a challenge without the DLC issue of having or taking more damage. Like I got to him
Yes.
with everything, and I was still like, wow, he's
Yeah.
rough. He's like, you
Yeah.
need to sit down and properly learn him now because
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
he.
Better than
It's
Millennia for
not even.
me.
It's not even
I
that he
loved
has.
his
Oh,
fight so
really?
much. Yeah, I loved his
Okay.
fight so much. So
Damn,
much.
damn, you're
So
yeah, okay,
flashy
you're
and
really
everything. It was so cool.
it was. Okay. Toxic, what do you want?
I think he's got the
I
same
think it was
issue for me as
it's
Margaret.
so
I feel
difficult
like
because he was
doesn't have
protecting
enough
his daughter,
health.
but
I
his
feel
daughter
like I
was
didn't
protecting him.
get
It's very difficult.
to
Very, very
experience the
difficult arc.
fight
But yeah,
long
exactly.
enough.
Hmm.
And yeah, I mean the first time I played against him, it was I kind of got locked into the fight,
Yeah.
and I didn't get to enjoy the environment and things as much.
Hmm.
I
Well, that's
think
testament
I
to
think it's a very, very good fight. I think it's probably, I would agree with Panda and say it's S tier for sure.
yeah, I'm in the same boat as well. I'm good with
Yeah.
S tier. Mainly because just the setting is just
So
the
good.
getting through the house, man, and you find little tidbits. It's a little bit more straightforward as well as to some of the other ones where you could actually get some straight up information about
Really?
what's
Oh
going
my
on
gosh,
just by
legit. How is
easily
that
accessing some of the
going?
people to talk to,
Yes.
or even looking at the pictures and things.
Yes.
You didn't need to
Really?
delve too much into
Okay.
like YouTube to try and figure out what the story was.
The
And it was
madness
just that
stuff.
house. It was just that area, you know.
Oh,
Okay.
so cool.
To be fair, the entire area aside from the house was kind of meh. I didn't like it running through there.
I love the
Not
sneak
being able to
aspect
use the-
though, and the little bells that'll
Oh,
bring those
cool.
things closer to you, and how you could use that to your advantage to get past them and
Okay.
stuff. I know that you guys use something else, but I was like, "Hell's yeah, I get to sneak. Let me sneak," kind of
Yes, that's
thing,
fine.
because that's like
But
what I love doing in games.
unfortunately,
So it
I
was
think
really
that
cool.
that was very short-lived.
It
I agree
was.
with you, and it was cool,
Agree.
but it was very short-lived,
It
and I
was.
don't think it's gonna be. It's more of an annoyance now if you have to redo it. You're gonna
Maybe.
get to that
No,
place and you're
I
gonna be
think
like, oh,
I
now
think I
I can
enjoyed
use
it.
my.
I think I enjoyed it quite a bit. I think I'd probably still enjoy it, but for a different reason. Because someone told me that I can't kill stuff. I took it as a personal challenge and then killed stuff.
Yeah, you can kill stuff. You just
And
need to
so, yeah, and so I was like, okay, cool.
We were two very different people. I was like, okay, sneak time.
Mm,
Yeah, I think it was a cool area.
I'm good with this, but I
Biggest
don't
issue.
agree with better than Millennium.
Biggest issue
I think it's just flashier than
is
Millennia.
when Torrent disappears.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Like
Yeah.
going back to that place now, knowing that you don't have turn, kind of makes me not want to.
No. Like I'm
Felt
not.
like I was
I'm
playing
not
Skyrim.
upset. I'm not upset with the fact that you don't have a horse. I'm upset with the way that your horse decided
died.
to leave.
He's so
Yeah,
scared. He's so scared of the
I was a bit
madness.
much. I was like, what's happening? I feel like an ambush.
Oh, you thought more was gonna
Because
happen.
it's Melena's horse, isn't it? Or he's bound to Melena, and Melena doesn't like the madness, and I think that's why you can't use Torrent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes
because
sense.
of the
Makes
area
sense.
and stuff. So it kind of made sense to me. It is sad though. He just kind of donk
Disappears.
and then disappears.
So yeah, I do think S. I don't think better than Millennia though, and I don't think better than Godfrey for myself.
Oh, his music though, and the story and stuff. That's what like pushes me to
I
like put him
know.
higher. But
I
I
know.
would agree with you in terms of like nostalgia and stuff. I think the other two, there was more of a build up, and there was like more
Think of it like
lore
I
and
think
stuff
of the other
around it.
characters as
but-
like full-on franchise book series, whereas he was
Yeah.
his own little level. He was his nice little piece of awesomeness
You know
in this
what?
little.
I love side quests.
Yes.
In
Okay,
Oblivion,
fair
the
enough.
side quests are way better than the main quest. But in Elden Ring, I'd agree with you. It's not better than the main quest. If it was just DLC, then
Yes.
this is the best
top of the
boss.
list, yeah.
Yes, out of the entire DLC.
Okay,
So better than Moog?
we're- I think better than Moog, yeah.
I also think better than Moog.
A little bit. Toxic thoughts?
It's just Horaloo. He
Yeah,
tries
no,
to
I'm
say.
in agreement with you. I think that the point that you made that he can't have his own story or he can't have his own like game spin-off or book
He
spin-off, I think is
should.
wrong. I think that he could. I think they could make a
More.
really kick-ass game revolved around
It
like
does. I
madness.
did do the madness
Thinking
ending as
towards
well.
like
It
you
does.
know
It does make a lot of sense.
what's
You're
that
right,
like
RK.
Alice's something Wonderland
Yeah,
by
yeah.
McGee. Now imagine that for like him with
For
like an
him.
Elden Ring world. I think would be really
That
really
would be cool.
cool.
Yeah, I'd love to
Um,
know more about him and his world and stuff,
uh,
dude. Oh, he's so
yeah.
cool.
I think I'll put him. I'd put him where you've put him as well, simply
Yeah.
because it does take a lot of time to get to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Corley was Giga Chad for a reason. And Millennia's
Yeah.
wife, so it's okay. I'm okay with that.
Cool. Okay, Mesmer, here we go. I'm gonna let you guys speak first on this one because I fought him twice and I have some opinions.
Okay.
So you
I
guys go
think
first.
Toxic, you can go first.
I like it. Really, really cool fight. I like the second part, the transition part. I know that there's probably going to be some comments about how it's difficult to fight in regards to the off-screen stuff happening, but
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the fight. I felt like it was a good test of like combat skills, and I don't know, like I clicked very well with the timing and rolls and stuff for him. I can understand why he would be a very frustrating boss, and I think I've only experienced him as a melee character.
Yeah.
And I think being a ranged character could be a potential like lockout where he's fast. He's very fast,
He's
and I don't
very
know if you'd necessarily have the time to get some of your like spells off and stuff. But for me, I would say probably like mid A tier.
Okay.
I really enjoyed him. Yeah.
Okay. Panda, what do you think?
I found him extraordinarily difficult, but I think it's because at that point I was playing the game on hard mode. I hadn't gotten enough schedule tree fragments. I wasn't playing very well with my weapons, and I was just overwhelmed by how fast he moved. He was a bit mean that you could barely summon as soon as you go in.
Yeah.
But I think that if we're talking about him as like a boss, his movesets were so cool, very easy to learn as well. At least his first half was very easy to learn, and like seeing the openings and that kind of stuff was quite cool. His moves and like the fact that he used like the impaler and stuff, and those movesets that went with that was really cool. I loved seeing that too, and the sound effects that they made and everything was really cool. I liked his voice, I liked the arena, I liked the music, but I hated his flippin' snakes. His snakes had ridiculous hitboxes that would get you when they weren't supposed to get you, and that made me mad, like really frustrated and very mad. But the reveal of the snake was really cool. It was just getting that second phase down was very difficult for me, to be honest. But other than that, like, it's a very, very good fight. I'm so sad and heartbroken for this poor baby boy, and he is a very cool looking character. He has so much backstory that we didn't even know about, and that like blew my mind as well. His sound design is insane and stuff. I think he's a very well fleshed out character, very good fight, very good music, amazing reveal, really great voice. Just very frustrated with the hitbox. That was my only like real concern there. That's why I agree with like A tier. I'm not sure exactly where, but yeah, A tier for me as well, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think I'm just gonna straight up say I think A tier as well. There are a few gripes I had that pushes him away from S. But the thing I want to open up with is
really?
he was the
Hey Sonic, how you doing?
he was the
Welcome,
face
how
of the
are you?
DLC, so he had a lot to kind of live up to, and people
Yeah.
seeing the red hair immediately thought Millennia Part 2, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he had a lot. His fight was one of the most anticipated fights in the DLC,
Yeah.
considering, you know, people didn't know what was really coming at the end, where
Mm.
people thought he was the end, you know,
Yeah.
and I think he met it. I think he met that mark of it was difficult. It had some crazy moments. It was awesome in terms of all of those things, all with like the sound design, the music was pretty good. The arena, I think the arena felt like kind of meh for me. It didn't feel like too much of a throne room, more like a courtroom at some
Yeah.
It's
point.
very Game of
That's fair.
Thrones.
Yeah.
Fair.
But it didn't take away from it at all. It definitely
Yeah.
like just made it still feel like you were ending, you know, the escapade into the castle. His fight alone though, there were not a lot of enemies that I fought and felt like a battle mage. This guy made me feel like a battle mage because I needed to go through all the kinds of magic to see what I could use for him.
Oh,
And
wow.
I think he's the only one that I swore at when killing him because I was genuinely like I was angry at how like I was struggling with him.
Yeah,
like when you said
he
it
made
was
me
tough
struggle
as
too.
when Toxic said earlier, like as a caster, you can see it being difficult. It was very challenging, and that's why I said I need to cycle through, and I needed to be on top of what spells I was using next and stuff, and it made me focus more on actually doing the right type of damage at the right time, because the openings were very minuscule for trying to use type of baby damage. And also missing. He moved too much. Like when you
Yeah.
said the off-screen garbage that was happening, when he went into that little the snake form, and he like cross maps and up maps and all over the place, and your screen kind of freaks out. I didn't like that.
Yeah, that was tough to
Of
compete
other
with,
games
yeah.
as well, where you're fighting your camera more than you're fighting the actual fight, and
Yeah.
it hurts. But it wasn't so much that it would like push this thing down to B or C tier, because it happened once or twice in the fight, which isn't too bad. You can kind of readjust pretty quickly. It did happen nonetheless. And let's just see what someone else is saying. His mechanics were pretty bad. Let's be honest. What do you mean by mechanics?
Yeah, I
though?
also want to know about that. Because that's something that I forgot about the fight, actually, is that it was actually difficult to see him. There was
Yes.
so
Oh,
much
yeah,
happening in front of
color.
you that it was so
color as
difficult to see
well.
him. Yeah. So
But I
you really
think-
depended on that lock on, and then the camera would like
Or-
freak out, and it's like, ugh.
Sorry. Kaiden,
like
that is Fortress X in the F tier.
For me, I feel like maybe okay, like it's
Yeah,
probably
like-
because I'm stupid biased here, but
Quite
like
okay.
I really enjoyed it because of the camera shift and stuff, and the fact that if you got it right, you actually felt accomplished. When I was playing against him, there was moments where I was like, God damn, dude, I feel like Spider-Man. Like I wasn't supposed to know that attack was coming, but like
Spidey senses
I
were
could,
tingling.
yeah, I could feel it in the rhythm of the combat.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
felt like a dance. It was so cool.
And for
Yeah.
me, like that's why I wouldn't like. I get what you're saying in regards to the fact that he was potentially like meant to be more
Yeah.
because of like expectations of people and stuff. And I didn't really
Nice.
have much of that because like I didn't really bother watching a lot of like trailers or things or stuff
Oh, really?
for it because I was like, I'm down, dude. Like I really thoroughly enjoyed playing the base game. Like there's no like there was zero doubt in my mind that I was going to get the Shadow of the Earth Trees. So
Well, you
like,
also
I
have a
didn't-
really nice friend that knew that you would like it, who got it for you.
indeed. I mean, even if
just wanna
that
say
really,
that
really
friend-
nice friend didn't get it for me, I would have gotten it myself.
That's true.
Yeah. That
and
friend
so-
sniped it. I wanted to get it too. Just saying.
Yeah, I knew that both of my friends really wanted to play it, so I got it
I
for both
know.
of them.
Yeah.
Yay! Yay for friends!
Yeah.
And I think that was kind of the thing. Like when you said that it was the thumbnail or the like poster for the thing, I was like, well,
We played it
I
together, and both of their
realize.
birthdays were like
Yeah,
close to
no,
each
he
other, so it
was.
made
Like,
sense to me
if
to
you go and look
buy
at the
it for them
trailer
so
now,
we
you'll
could play
see
it
like
together.
it very much paints him as being like the big bad. Yeah. Which obviously it wasn't. So I'm okay with A. And honestly, I'd say after Margot, like he
Yeah,
had a
that's
good
fair.
help.
Yeah.
He was a
Yeah.
good long
He's
fight.
easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's very fair.
Okay.
I hope that
I
they
would
like
put him. I
smooth
would put
out.
him
Yeah,
further.
for sure.
I hope they
I
smooth
would
out
put
all
him
of
on
the
that.
issues and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. F tier. Let's go and get the other stuff. Cool. Oh no, I can't.
I-
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I
very
can't freaking-
difficult because we played him at such a like difficult,
Yeah.
with like the
Let's-
difficulty
let's
put up
use
all the way
that.
to the top.
Let's use that
Dude,
as
is
our.
that
It's
the
console
final
regardless.
boss?
It's
Oh, shit,
console
sorry, I really honestly didn't know. It's alright.
Let's be biased and use our experience, and then we can come back and talk about it. I
Sure.
really disliked this fight.
I think that it
and
was
I
too
think-
gimmicky. Yeah.
It's all the reasons that have been discussed before, and the reason he got nerfed was like there were a lot of issues with. For one, his surprise reveal was cool. I really enjoyed it. It was like it was something I hadn't seen coming. I definitely went in way too early as well because I went straight after Mesmer and just went into it. So I went a little bit crazy, but the fight was again unnecessarily difficult, unfun. It wasn't a fun fight. It wasn't me trying to go back in, trying to beat him because I wanted to beat him. It was like it was a painful slog.
It's like playing against a blue deck in Magic the Gathering. As soon as you think that you're going to be able to beat them, they immediately throw out all of their trap cards and just like decimate you and take over the entire game. It just sucks. It just feels like there's no chance. You have no chance at any point. Sorry, that was kind of nerdy of me, but yeah.
Being a blue player means that it is your job to make sure the other person doesn't get to play.
Yeah, but that's how it felt, is that you felt like you didn't even have a chance. You couldn't even play. He was just gonna kill you. So it was his first phase wasn't too bad though. I will say that. His first phase, if his first phase went to 50% instead of 40%, I think that it would have made the fight so much easier. So much easier.
Yeah. So like,
and then
that mirror where he goes
you
into
got
the
my
second
draw.
phase
No
before
hits.
the
Well
50%
done,
is
legit.
crazy. Like,
Great.
It was kind of horrible and made me think there was going to be a third phase as well because
Congratulations,
it's
that's awesome, dude.
unheard of for most bosses in games. Like the second phase is usually like you either completely kill them and they come back, or the 50% is basically around there, or you're looking at like the 30% mark. But the fact that you unlocked it so early, I really thought there would have been a third phase, and I'm so freaking grateful there wasn't, because that second phase was a nightmare.
It was such a
blinding,
nightmare.
It was fast, it was horrible for your hardware. And
yeah, the boxes were ridiculous. You could barely roll the things. There were some attacks that you just couldn't roll. You had to use like a shield or something. Honestly, it was a lot. It was a lot. You milked out the fight at the end, really? You got lucky with the RNG? Good for you. Good for you. Oh, with the Midra fight? Good, that's awesome. Yeah, he's very RNG based. Midra is very RNG based, unfortunately.
In the sense that, like, I don't know how to say. Yes, I do think it was easier than Melania, because Melania still felt doable, but you knew what her problem was and how to avoid it. This guy was very much just like, okay, you needed to just out DPS him as much as possible, because dodging him was near impossible.
Yeah.
And honestly, just the lights, the
flashy.
I don't have an issue with flashy things, but it really messed up
too much.
What was easier than Rolano or Mesmer?
But I think you may have misunderstood me. Like,
the no-hit run.
I enjoyed his fight more than Melania in regards to, I found his fight to be easier than Melania. And I think that comes down to the fact that uh, m- I was very headstrong when I was playing for the first time, and I knew that I wasn't playing very smart. But my whole thing was to see how far I could go in the game, or if I could beat the game by treating everything like a nail and just using a big hammer.
Yeah.
And because I had such a hard time with Millennia, um, it was very quick for me to change out and to think about how to do it better, if you would, in regards to fighting him. And so for me, it wasn't as big of a problem. I had a lot of fun fighting him. I think my biggest complaint that I have, probably still, I'm not sure if they fixed it, is the lights were a little bit too much. They
Mm.
took up too much screen space, and it made it very, very difficult for you to reliably be able to tell what he's going to do. And that doesn't help with the fact that he has got a couple of moves that essentially choreograph the same way.
Yeah, that's
Um,
fair.
so yeah, but otherwise, I really enjoyed it. First time that I got to try like a shield build.
Yeah, he did.
Um,
He's one of the only bosses where the shield was like very
Necessary.
vital. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even now, like I'd still try and fight him with the shield because it was pretty satisfying.
Hmm.
mhm.
I think
I
his reveal for me was that there was something that I think it was Oli that said something about his movesets weren't the same as like the normal red-haired family, which I agree with. But at the same time, when I walked in and I was like, oh yeah, we finally get to fight him without the horse, so he can't move around as much. Little did I know. Um, and but it was just like the leading up to it, the story about Mikola with Moog and with Radon, and how Mikola, he, she, it decided to like resurrect Radon to fight for him, them, was very, very tough. And it was just like using such a powerful, mighty, strong, also your brother, hero that was just so insanely strong, and just like almost mind controlling him just felt like the biggest disrespectful move in all of Elden Ring to me. And I hated it, and I was so angry with it because we gave him an honorable death, and she, he, it, they just decided, no, you will not die, you will be my champion, and you have no say about it. And I hated that so much. So
I feel like you
that's,
hating it is good for the story though, because
Yeah.
yeah,
it
for
drew
sure,
on
but I don't want to
emotion.
fight him. I want to fight Mikola.
Yeah, but then you're just gonna fall in love. I'm sorry, it doesn't work this way. Then you're gonna become the consort.
I don't want to
So
fight. I want to fight Mikola because Mikola is the big villain here. It's not the Elden
yeah,
Beast, and it's not Mikola. It's not Radon. I want to fight the actual witches, because I can't say the B word, that are controlling these men. I want to fight them.
yeah,
Give us that
that's
fight,
so
so
true. We didn't get to fight
so we
Yeah,
can
but
America
finally
or her.
take care of the
yeah,
people who controlled the men. Please.
Boom,
you
and
gotta
he
wait. You gotta wait for Elden Ring 3.
for sure.
Do you think Night
Um,
Rain would have that fight? That would be so satisfying.
I don't
It
know.
probably won't, but that would be so satisfying.
Okay, so
Freaking finally.
where are we thinking though? What are we thinking?
Without the fixes.
Without the
That
fixes.
fixes, I would say
If you
See,
dare say
I'm
this, we
I'm
got problems.
biased. I'm biased.
I
So
think
I would
next
say
to
high
Elden
A.
Beast. High A.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I watched you fight him.
Yeah.
Mm,
Listen, I kind of want to be middle ground. I don't think C. I think he's better than Elden Beast. I think he's
I don't
better
think
than
he's better than the Mother of
the-
Fingers.
I think he's better than the Mother of Fingers.
Actually, yeah, he
yeah.
is. That's fair. It's actually a
Uh,
fight. But
I
it's a
would put
very
it at B.
one-sided
I'd
fight.
put it- I'd put it in the
I think-
highest B. I think he's better than all of these, but I enjoyed this fight more.
Can I say why I would put him as an high A?
Okay.
Because he felt like
We
a boss
do.
worthy of a Souls
Yeah,
game.
but I don't want to
He
fight
felt like something
Radon. I
that
want
you
to
can't
fight
just
Mikola.
change your stats around and stuff and then go
find
and slug
Mikola.
it. Like
Slap her around
he
a
felt
little.
like someone where you had to learn the movesets. You had to put in some time and some real effort to be able to get that feeling of accomplishment and achievement, being like, okay, cool.
But I
got your
couldn't
ass.
do that. That's okay. That's the okay. So we're talking about like
because-
crazy skill compared to not crazy skill. You, Toxic, have crazy skill. I do
Yeah.
not have skill. I took 7 hours trying to learn his movesets. I tried so many different things. I really practiced it as much as I could, and I still had to revert to a different way to kill him because I just couldn't get that last like 30 HP. I couldn't do it. It was just almost impossible for me. So
I want to bring in okay, so from Panda's perspective, I think it's very much the newer player perspective out of the three of us for sure, and I agree. I think it was too hard for people who just played Elden Ring as a first game, because Elden Ring you would say is like the intro game for people who would potentially like the Souls franchise. It was too much because even as myself playing all the other games, this was too much.
As long as we can kill her.
The first experience where I was like, okay, they clearly made this to be very, very difficult because they could, right? They just wanted it to be really difficult, and I'm not taking away from what Toxic says. Like, it definitely did make you need to sit and think and try and learn the moves and stuff, but it didn't help that there's one or two moves where when I would roll, my entire like screen would slow down in FPS because of bullcrap that was going on in the background.
Exactly.
It wasn't good, and
it wasn't well balanced like Millennia.
Very, very, very like RNG. The amount of times where I would be behind him, he would do a downward swing, and I would get hit.
With his
made a short video where he just pulled me in for no reason. Like he swung down and I jumped away from him, but you can clearly see it pulled me towards him, and there was something wrong with the basic physics to the fight that just made it feel very, very unfair.
Yeah.
Even comparing to other Dark Souls games or Bloodborne or anything, or out of all of those, they've all got really tough fights that you also need to sit down and learn and things, but even when you did that, they didn't have as many unfair.
I find that unfair, to be honest. Okay, I know that a lot of other people disagree, but I think that that's quite unfair. That's very unfair.
I feel like you got lucky with not lucky. Sorry, you were skilled enough, Toxic, to kill him and enjoyed the fight. But for newer players, it's very in that state that we played it in. There was a reason people threw their hands in the air. It was ridiculously tough.
It was very, very difficult. Yeah.
Even pro players, like they would. I watched speedrunners say like, yeah, they understand why people don't like him, because even for them, like he was easier for them. Yeah, they learned him pretty quickly, learned his moves pretty quick and stuff. But they said they could kind of pinpoint like what moves would definitely mess people up, because there was so much skill needed just to get out of those moves, basically. Now you watch them, like people playing around him, they can walk right behind him and be fine. But back then you couldn't, because half of his moves would still hit you.
Yeah.
But they've reduced his hitboxes now.
Yeah,
like
it's like
stuff.
It's like they made Millennia and they were like, it's the hardest boss that we've ever made. She's made to test your skills. You really need to have like good skills to fight her and to beat her and stuff. And I managed to beat her after 4 hours. I couldn't beat him after 7 hours of trying. I couldn't.
And was this the one that
flat
you
out
did
couldn't do it
off stream as well?
Yeah, it is the one that I just gave up because he literally broke me so much that I nearly started crying on stream. I could not fight him. He was just too much. He was way too much for me. So that's why when I watched Toxic kill him on like his 4th try, I was like, I'm so done with this game. I'm so done with you. I don't want to talk to you for like 3 years. It was so tough, dude. So,
yeah.
And then again, I've got the PTSD of the random weapons for him, and
yeah, that's fair.
he became, he was very much the person you kind of needed to go shield with, or anything that had to do with magic, you were screwed.
Yeah.
Again, same thing. He moves too much. Magic is very difficult. He's so punishing. You can't stand still.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
cannot stand. Even summoning, you can't summon when you come in because he comes in with this freaking wham in your freaking face.
Yeah.
From the other side.
Yeah, you
No.
have to like make it through that little bit, maybe summon at least one other person, and then you can summon someone. Yeah,
exactly.
he's
had
rough.
a lot to learn for him,
Yeah,
but I really hope that we have a better time with
Me
like
too.
obviously with the three of us it's gonna be better, but I really hope like performance wise the fight runs a lot better.
Yeah, me
And
too.
I think that was probably like the biggest gripe I had with him, is just the fact that the lights were too much, and the fact that um it was taxing on your system, as well as like not even just from like your computer standpoint or your console standpoint, but like being able to visually as a person go through what was happening on the screen was also very taxing and difficult.
oh, there's also that move he spammed as well where he
He'll
pulled
be
you
the
in and then
host when we
decided
do
to
the
smack your
things.
face. Dude.
Toxic will be the
That was
host
good.
for
fun.
the
Okay.
seamless
Let's talk about
co-op.
it.
next
I'm
week.
okay
It's
with
not a
putting him in A
randomizer
tier
though.
because he
It's
was
a
tough
seamless
and
co-op.
that first phase wasn't too much
So
for me
he's
to
not
be like,
streaming, so it
he's a
should be
horrible
fine.
person. It's mainly just that
That's
second
why
phase.
he's the host.
Music was still pretty good. Arena was awesome. Reveal was pretty nice as well.
I don't know,
And
I
then
feel like-
as for theatrics, I mean, I don't think you get anything flashier than him.
Yeah, to be honest, also like the Mikola move where she makes you fall in love with her. That was such
so
a surprise, and it was actually, I kind of liked it because
Yeah,
it also
same.
gave me insight into what was going on with Radat, because I was like,
Yes.
boy, what the heck happened to you? Why are these women always controlling you and putting you in this like state of mind? It makes me so
Well,
sad.
yeah,
And then
complete
I was like, oh, okay, I understand it now. It was really funny. It was, yeah, out of the blue too. So that was kind of cool, I guess.
I think he should be high A for the same reason that Grafted is low C. I think that he has a lot going for him with like one very like troubling issue. It's just the difficulty spike is just a bit rough.
Yeah, but it's difficulty for the sake of difficulty. It's not even difficulty for the sake of like
challenge.
testing your skill or challenging you. Like they take on your hardware, they take on like so many different things,
And,
that is
like,
just like unfair at that point.
I agree with you, but that's what I'm saying. Is that right? If Godric gets to be in C tier because he's one like redefining feature is voice acting, then I feel like that this should be in high A tier because the one really horrible feature is
our argument is
like,
it's the one
difficulty.
feature for you. We have more than one. I'm sorry, I don't think it's
Yeah,
just one.
I'm so sorry.
Well,
It's
what is
not-
what is
it-
going against it?
Bro, did you not? I thought I vented long enough.
Yeah,
Now.
I feel like we both
Yeah, yeah.
vented enough. Just because you killed him on your
Yeah.
4th try doesn't mean that he's an easy boss, okay?
No, I'm not saying he's an
not
easy
saying that,
boss. I'm
he's not
saying that
saying
he's
Or a good
difficult.
boss.
I'm saying he's difficult. I'm just saying that from like a lore perspective, from like
No, I don't want to fight Radon.
music and from everything. Like
Let the poor guy rest.
yeah, but it
No.
makes for a good fight.
Yeah, I'm with Toxic in the sense that he does have potential to be S.
Yeah. No, I agree
But-
with you on that because he just fights so freaking well. But just let the poor guy rest. Come on. Makes sense
I-
why she chose him though. 100%
Yes,
makes sense.
Exactly. It
So
was
yeah,
awesome
okay,
in
that's
a lot
fair.
of
That's
cases,
fair.
But
But no,
it's
no,
the
low
fight
A, high
has a
B
lot of
is the highest I can go. Sorry.
yeah, I'd be willing to go kind of low A. Again, just there were a lot of little issues, and I think you also got lucky with landing a very good. You said you didn't need to change around your skills. Your like levels, and that's kind of crazy because I did, and you were predominantly strength build, correct?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
this guy, you
definitely.
can't be
But
a
that was
faithful
because
at all.
Radon
You
from
can't be a
base
mage build.
game
You can
was
try, but it's
being
probably going to be
rotted from the
significantly
inside
worse than a
out,
strength
so
build.
that
You
makes
can't be a
sense.
dex build because
Whereas
bleed
this
was
Radon is
very
like
tough to pull
Radon in
off.
his purest form, so it makes sense. Makes sense why
What else?
consort
I think
Radon is
I think
harder
like
than base
the
game
solid
Radon.
faith builds that ran through the DLC got pampered too much by everything being super easy to kill with faith. That the few bosses that are resistant to it became a very, very big challenge. And I feel like that was where I was at with
I know what you're
Millennia.
saying. I know what you're saying. I do feel like they needed to do that though because Faith was already so meh,
No,
and
I
then they were
agree.
introducing more Faith things, so they needed you to at least feel like it was doing something. But this is similar to the Elden Beast. Like you get to the end, there and you're just like, okay, cool. So what I've been
It
building
does
is Faith
nothing.
use
Yeah.
now, and I need to change over. All of the magics he was very resistant to as well, so you didn't do too
Mm-hmm.
well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you could
Alright.
try and rot him, I guess, but it was really tough to get it off. I think it took like 2 of those gigantic pots.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very difficult to do the
Yeah,
rot. And I
let's
think
okay,
only in
cool. Like
first
what are you
phase.
saying? We need to redirect the anger towards Mikola.
That's
Don't
what
get
I'm
angry
that's
at
what I'm
Radon.
doing.
Same. First phase was fine. First phase was kind of cool. I really enjoyed that. And then
Yeah,
that second
again,
phase, and
yes.
you
Second
like,
phase was trash. I'm sorry. First phase was fine because you were just fighting him. As soon as Mikola comes into the picture, you're just like, be gone with you, woman.
also, I remember someone, and I'm pretty sure it was Toxic, saying that it kind of took a bit of a away from the DLC to be less vulgar. That you basically had to refight someone from the base game. I know it wasn't a new person.
Oh yeah, I would agree with that too. But it kind of led up to that the whole DLC through.
I
It
know,
was either
yeah,
going to be Moog or Radon.
agreed, but it was just like it did that. A lot of people had that opinion as well, where it felt almost
Yeah,
lazy.
I
It
agree
was,
with you. Yeah, I agree
can
with
get
that.
I can get that.
That's fair. Yeah.
yeah,
I
I
think it's
disagree with
better
it,
than a
but I
blob monster,
just
but
think
I agree with what you're saying.
But that's why he's higher than a blob monster.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because the blob monster
Alright,
didn't make any sense.
alright, we chuck him A and then we see
Lowest
how
A,
we see
sure.
how
Yeah,
things
we'll
go.
see.
I'm
If
also thinking lower say, sorry.
that's fine.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
be
for
willing to
sure.
put him over this guy.
No.
Sure. No? Okay.
We can put him lowest A and then we'll see
Maybe
how things
we'll
go.
come back. We'll come back.
We'll come back
Okay.
to it. Yeah, we'll come back to it. We'll come back to
Are
it.
you guys energized enough to go on to our other ones?
What other ones?
The extra ones that we added. I
Yeah,
need to go to the
Sure.
bathroom if we are doing it,
okay,
but
that's
at the
fine.
same
If you, I
time,
need to go and get your fail picture still as well, so
yeah,
you go.
maybe we can, if we are revisiting this, maybe we can add the
Cool,
extra
then.
ones then in that
Okay, yeah,
conversation,
I think that's fine.
if that's fair,
Because I'm looking at
because
another hour
it's
for
been a
bringing in,
while. Yeah, no, it's been a while already,
and
and I
people are
started
already
the
sleeping.
stream feeling quite sick, so
Sure. This is fine. Yeah, I
yeah.
think maybe we should. I honestly think we're gonna finish in like 4 days, especially if we do 6 hour sets.
With the DLC,
Yeah.
alright, so it's not that.
Yeah, I don't
not that
because we know where we're going. We're not exploring too much.
3
I think
hours
we're
for
gonna
an
finish it pretty
intermission.
quickly, and we definitely
Yeah.
probably like have at least one day where we're gonna finish the game in like 2-3 hours, and we can sit back and do this.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, sure. I'm okay with
Alright.
that. I'm happy with
I'm
that.
stoked.
Alright, okay.
I'm not in like massive agreements. Wait, what? Agreement. There we go. That's the word. We need to end soon. With all of the things, but
Yeah. Oh,
but
same.
I'm okay with it for now. It's okay.
Hey Matt, how you doing? We just finished up the tier list for now, yeah, and agreed. I think I'm like 80% on board with this. Would you like to have a look
Yeah.
at what the
Sure.
community rank is to see, and just have a quick
Yeah,
a
sure,
quick
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Oh, there is no. It wasn't F. It's D here. Okay, let's look at S. Interesting. Yes and yes. Okay, we got the same there, basically.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, A, really, for Rolana. Interesting.
Yeah, people love Rolana,
Yeah,
dude. Have you not
and
seen the community
Melania.
go crazy about her? Yeah, no,
No,
above Melania,
Melania
I
being
don't
A is pretty
agree.
intense.
Yeah,
Radon being B as well, I don't like.
I think
So Elden
yeah,
Beast B. Sorry, disagree.
Yeah.
should be lower.
Fucking Godric? No, come now. No.
Placiduous
No,
Sax only B.
Dude, B,
What?
yeah, dude, B is the most controversial freaking thing for us. Like, what the
What?
fuck, dude?
No ways.
Wow.
That's
No
fantastic.
problem, RK. Good
Jeez,
luck
like,
and enjoy your Christmas
I don't trust
shopping.
these people.
Merry
These
Christmas if I
people
don't
that
see
have
you,
S
but I hope
plus
that
is
you
gonna be
pop in for the
Mesmer.
DLC
You
next week,
get off
the
that horse,
Seamless
please.
Co-op. Bye,
Okay.
RK. Thank you for popping in and
C
giving your
is okay.
opinions too.
Oh,
Appreciate you.
I would the photo
Bye-bye.
sex is okay. But yeah, dude, can you believe it? Freaking Fire Giant solo. I disagree with this too. I don't think he's that
I
bad.
don't think he's that bad. That's really mean and
I don't
unnecessary.
think
His
he's
poor
that
little
bad.
heart.
Yeah, these two.
S for
they're fine.
sexy.
Yeah.
Very thank you,
Community
Christmas
list
to
is
you
based
and
on
yours.
Smash or
I hope
Pass.
you feel better. Thank you so much, Matsu. Thank you
Ooh,
for
let's
popping
go.
in as
Okay,
well. I
next one.
appreciate it. Thank you.
How do I
Merry
go back now?
Thankmas and Merry Christmas to you too. I hope that you have
You
some
press
good time
mouse
with your
button
family or your friends, whoever you spend it with.
Okay.
I hope that you have some
Button
good time
6.
off too.
Well, yeah. All right,
But
we're
yeah,
gonna
thank
end
you
it
so
there.
much.
This is the prelude to our DLC Seamless Co-op, so be sure to join us next week, guys.
Yay!
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna
I'm
be
so
intense.
excited.
Same.
I'm so
Get back in.
scared.
Oh yeah. And yeah, we're probably
Thank
gonna
you
come
for
back through
hosting.
to this at some point. No problem. Thank you for being here. I think this was really fun, and I am keen to still just talk about some of our favorites because I feel like it. I just want to vent about the Valiant goggles. That's all I
fair.
really want
No,
to do.
we know. We know.
Yeah, but yeah, I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend and gets all settled nicely for the Christmas
Have a
spirits
good night,
to come
Matsu.
in as
Thanks so
well,
much for
and the
popping
Christmas
in. It's good to
holidays.
see you. I hope that you've been keeping well.
I don't know. I'm busy reading the last bit of chat here as well. Melania should be S even. Yeah, no, agree. Happy holidays indeed.
Yeah, thank you
yes.
for the donors, everybody who
Yeah,
donated.
especially
Appreciate
for
you
that.
guys.
Yes, thank you so much. And thanks for all the subs today as well. We've got a few.
Nice.
Appreciate it. All right. I hope you guys have a good weekend as well, guys. I'll see you next time.
Yep.
Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
There you go. Thank you so much, everybody who popped in and gave your opinions. I hope that you, if not agreed with our opinions, that you found it very amusing, I guess. Thank you so much to everyone who popped in. Thank you, Corey, for becoming a level 2 member again. I appreciate you. RK for giving names when we didn't know names. Thank you to all the members of the channel as well. I really appreciate you all. Yeah, as Cryo said, next week we are doing the entire DLC as a seamless co-op. Myself, Cryo, and Toxic. We're doing that as a co-op next week, the entire next week. So that's going to be Tuesday or Monday for you guys. And then on Wednesday, Christmas Day, for me, which is the 24th for you guys, well, most of you guys, I'm going to stream Dave the Diver because Cryo is taking off, so he doesn't want to stream. So I'm going to play Dave the Diver, and then for the rest of the week, it's going to be the DLC because I'm going to finish Dave the Diver. It's very exciting. So thank you everybody for popping in. Thank you for those who donated to Thankmas. Really appreciate you guys so much, and I hope that you guys have a really lovely weekend. I keep moving my chair's armrest. I hope you all have a really lovely weekend, and I hope that you have had a very good day, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.